and shadows in the darkest maze. Footsteps echo in the empty hall. Mysteries waiting on our call. Bigfoot stomping through the pines. Aliens sending secret signs. EVPs in the dead of night. Ghosts dancing in the pale moonlight. Paranormal for what we bring it to you. Truth behind the veil, gotta pursue you.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing,
What's up?
Jason?
Doing all right. I just
Rocking a new shirt.
yeah, I see
Huh.
that.
My wife's sister, Misty. This is in her shop in Mississippi. I'm wearing it for the night.
Is that
Jason,
blue?
it's actually green. It's weird that it's
Green?
that I thought it was going to be see-through because of the green
Yeah.
screen behind us. I figured, it's all going to show up, but for some reason on there it's showing up that it's blue. Yeah, it's weird.
Weird.
Yeah. So
Today was a scorcher. Let me tell you.
yes. Well, I was going to ride the Harley today, but I was afraid to get rained out, so I didn't do it.
Yeah, I was at a football game. I was there dry. When I come home, I was wet, but it didn't rain. That's how freaking hot it is.
Yes.
You got a good show tonight?
Well, it's going to be fun,
Yeah, we've been
exciting stuff.
and we've been waiting on this show. It's Tennessee, Kentucky Bigfoot. He comes on and watches us about every show, and he's got some stories, and his son does too, Matt. So he spent nearly 30 years exploring the outdoors through camping, caving, and backwoods adventures. He's a father of 3, and I know that's rough, or was rough when they were little, probably. He began his interest in cryptids about 15 years ago after a frightening encounter while solo camping deep in the forest or wilderness. And since then, he's experienced a series of unusual events. They include encounters with the unexplained bipedal creature during a gold prospecting expedition in Tennessee, and a terrifying attack he believes involved a Dogman-type creature. Now, these experiences led him and his son, Matt, to spend years researching and exploring the mysteries of the natural world. Their journey has evolved into investigations of Bigfoot, cryptids, and other paranormal phenomena, including reports of telepathic communication and unexplained spiritual encounters. So today, he continues to share his experiences and insights with others who are interested in this unknown. So we're going to bring TKB to the stage and son Matt.
Hello.
Hey guys.
Hey y'all.
Hope I didn't screw that up too bad.
Yeah, that was perfect. You couldn't do better than us because we don't have no real pattern of flight here. We're a bird of many feathers.
Yeah, like a peacock and a duck mix.
Yeah. We're like a mixed peacock duck. That's about the truth.
What would that sound like? A peacock and a duck? I mean,
Don't get him to try. He'll probably try.
Hey, you never know.
I'd like to hear that. What would it look like? Would it be, a mallard and a...
Well,
It'd be a swimming peacock at first, so I mean that's a
with
new
all
one for me, I think.
Yeah, with all the DNA mixing the ETs and the government and all them do, there's no telling. They probably got one already. Some dude is a peacock duck mix somewhere. They mixed everything else. Why not?
Why not? They mix
You
that.
know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it.
That's funny.
So how you guys doing?
We're doing pretty good. The heat came in today. We went up to Oak Ridge. You guys see that? You guys are East Tennessee guys like us. So we went up to Oak Ridge and got bombed with just an instant shower came out of nowhere. But we're like you guys, man. It's been so hot. I didn't want to go. I didn't even want to go. And I don't know how far. We staying near the garage, trying to stay cool. I mean, I don't even want to go to the lake, you know, and get the boat out because I'm like, I don't want to drive all the way down. It's hot. I'd be in the water constantly. You know, it's been kind of miserable stuff.
In the boat, right? You'd want to be in the water, not in the boat.
So you went to Oak Ridge today?
Yeah, we
Oak
went to
Ridge,
Oak Ridge.
Tennessee.
We're in Carnes, so we're like, you know,
15
stick in the
minutes.
throw from Oak Ridge.
Okay, yeah.
Even
Right
two
behind
knocks.
Bull Run.
Yeah,
Right.
We're right down the road in Loudon.
Oh yeah, I know. I hooked
That's
up you
right.
guys a while back and see we've had some crazy experiences down there at Coca Creek, down there at your area, and then we run around with Janice Carter. Now she lived down there in Madison, and then we're investigating Lost Sea. We told you to talk a little bit about that, about the Fountain of Youth and all that. We'll give you the down on all that too. So yeah, we've been running up and down, you know, your neighborhood down to LJ, down through Georgia and up to Kentucky. So basically a straight line, and you guys are right there in the middle of that whole thing.
Oh yeah.
right.
Yeah, and where we go a lot over here to where the Coochie Booger is just right down the road from us too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a great
Right.
location.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can go in 1,000 directions. I kind of like want to go where what you guys are curious about. I mean, I'm telling you, Bigfoot's about scary things, about paranormal. About 2 weeks, about a week last week, we were up in Kentucky. The crap that happened up there. I mean, and then also I've got, like I said, I end up putting up. I got notes every which way, but
We could
Yeah.
let's just
Tree
start
work and anything.
you telling us how you and Matt got into this and your experience from that.
okay, all right. Well, let's see.
It
I'll
was
start. Let me start off with the backwoods camp.
yeah.
Yeah, my first experience was Big South Fork. And you guys, I'm talking y'all's neighborhood.
Yeah.
I went up backwoods camping out by Angel Falls, and I went out by myself. And his buddy was supposed to come out, but he didn't make it. Anyway, I walked out there and set up a tent and all that kind of stuff. I was sitting by the camp and there's oogie boogies. You know how you get that stuff, and I never really get them. So I ended up eventually turning around. Hey, Laura, turn around and face the oogie boogies in the woods. I don't know. And I went to bed and trying to do this quick because there's so much stuff to talk about. But I went to bed, and I don't know, sometime Netherlands. Yeah. I went to bed, and sometime in the middle of the night, something, it was like I was sleeping in a one-man tent. It was something like something shook a Walmart bag. It was like my back, my tent was, and I'm laying there, and I come to, and something's shaking the whole. I'm in a one-man tent because I'm backwoods, 4 miles out. You can't get back at night. There's no way because I go off trail once I go out. I go to trail out, and then I go off trail. So I was off trail, and yeah. There's no way out. I had no weapons or nothing. I had a machete. It was outside my tent. At that time, I didn't think there was no such thing as Bigfoot or nothing. I didn't know anything about cryptids. I didn't know anything about any of that crap. That was, I don't know, 10 years ago.
Yeah, and that was the time
15 years
period
ago.
we were all about. My brothers were just leaving at the house and such like that, and just me at the house and such, like my dad and such. Well, my brothers were still here or something like that, but
Yeah.
it was that time period where we were camping and we loved exploring
we
the
were.
woods. So the mindset we had at the time was the heart for the woods. We are the dominant of the woods, and we're here to like enjoy what the woods can provide.
So
you know?
yeah, we're camping,
Then
fishing.
he had that experience.
We fish down there at
It's
Loudon all the
crazy.
time. I bass fish forever. You guys, everybody, you East Tennesseans know everyone's got a bass boat out here. Everybody's like, on the lake. That's what I did. And I worked out at Oak Ridge. So you know how those Oak Ridge guys are. They are on the lake all the time. You're like, how do they get away with that? Don't they ever work? I ain't going to tell you the secret, but no, they don't work. Anyway, these guys know. But anyway, so that shook the holy crack out of my tent, and I came through. I'm breathing, and I'm like control my breathing because my heart's coming up near my throat, right? So you know how that is, trying to not have a heart attack. And I'm like, it just went pitch quiet, and I'm laying there going, raccoon, bear. What would shake the hell out of my tent? I never thought Bigfoot. At that time, I did not know that. I didn't believe they were in Tennessee. No, they were in Washington. If there was such thing, wasn't into Bigfoot whatsoever. And I prayed. I said, Lord, I don't know what this is, but if it's going to kill me, can it break my neck before it drags me off so it eats me? I mean, that's what I prayed, and I went back to sleep. And of course, the next weekend I went up, and the next weekend after that, I took my wife with me. I mean, that just shows you what an idiot I am. Anyway, so I took her up there. Yeah,
She followed.
She went with me.
Did you tell her what happened before you took her?
Yeah. So
Okay,
it was
okay.
like, let's go check this shit out, right? You guys do the same thing. There's a ghost and there's something slammed a door on you, and you're like, dude, I gotta go back in there. I know you guys are worse. You guys are as bad as we are as far as chasing the unknown.
Yep.
Yeah, and so I took her, and she was sitting over by the campfire, and I was walking back with a handful of woods, and right behind her, back in that area where I was getting the oogie boogie, we heard knock, and so she looks at me, and I look at her, and that's when they might be Bigfoots in Tennessee. That was when it hit us. Whoa! And so that was our first experience. And then we moved on. We got back to fishing and hunting. It was probably a year or two or more before we had any
About
big.
5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did a lot of backwoods camping too.
Oh, we did do a lot of backwoods camping too at the time too.
Yeah. I'm going to answer Jason's question here in a second. And so Jason says, hey, Tiki Bay, he lives in Washington. Do you think we might have Bigfoot or Dogman? I'm just curious. Yeah, I would say you got in Washington, man. I think you guys got every cryptid there is that crawls out from under the rock. So
And it all just kind of crawled down to Tennessee from what I could tell.
yeah. You guys ran them off and they're here.
Yeah. Whatever y'all done, y'all ran them off.
So 2 or 3 is
No.
probably after that event.
About 5.
Got our mind off of. I wasn't into Bigfoot. I did do a lot of research. I was searching the net for shook my tent violently. I was like, anybody else have that experience, right? I was looking for that, and I did find some little Bigfoot thing where some dude talked about it. So I was like, whoa, maybe it was a Bigfoot. As that was, we put that to the side. And then this is Coca Creek. So we've been panning Coca Creek. I've been in Knoxville for 30 years. And you guys know how it is. People love to go down there. We've been panning down there. We've been camping down there down by the falls for 30 years. You know, me and my little ones, we used to go down. We've been panning it 30 years. So anyway, this was probably 15 years after the other event, 5 years after that event. Me and him are down, and we're down there's a farm called Hammer's Campground, and we were there. And that's when the guy was, the guy there, he passed away. He had a tractor accident and stuff. But anyway, it's still there. But anyway, we were camping, panning for gold, sitting by the creek. Been there 6 days.
Yeah.
6 days.
Full 6 days just having a good time in the creek, just like having a blast.
Yeah.
We were.
Yeah. Oh, man, it was great, man. It was summer. It was
Any
nice.
gold?
Yeah.
Did you get any
Yeah,
gold?
we pulled out some gold. We even
Oh
showed
yeah,
up.
yeah. We smelted gold from there. Don't say that. Yeah,
We did from there.
I know.
Shut up, Matthew.
Everyone always tells everybody there's no gold in Coca Creek.
No,
But, no, we've been doing it for long enough. Yeah, there is. If you know where to go and all that good stuff. 30 years, you get enough experience. I mean, I'm not running up. It's a hobby. We definitely ain't buying them.
We get like 5 or 10, 15 specs, depending on what we get, for a few,
we might get a picker.
For
we
a
work
day or
really
2 or 3 days.
hard. But anyway, so we spent 6 days. I know the go parts are fascinating because we love Coca Creek. I mean, I can stay there. And we were in that creek. We were digging and building we had a little sluice, and we did all that work. And we're just hanging out, camping. We'd go town, get
I
something.
dug 2 big holes. I forgot about that.
We're not going to get into that, but
we added to the bar. So there's 2 big holes. That was about about waist deep almost. I dug down to, or more. And we had this big old Jesse. Hey, Jesse. There was this big old bar that was laying all the way across the creek practically. And then that's where you bring up the story, because that thing was up the creek and didn't hit the bar.
Didn't hit the bar. Yeah, you left that big giant bar in there.
Yeah.
Okay, so about 6th night, we were laying there. And this is where shit gets weird. And this ain't got into a big, part of it, half the story's got to do with Bigfoot. We go to bed, and I hear this boom, 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 like feet. I'm hitting this table. I don't even feel that vibration, but it was a vibration in the ground, and it was hoofs, and it was a herd, and it was what is a herd doing in Coca Creek? I have no idea. And me and him, I'm in my little tent, and he's in a little metal camper outside. So he's in another little. I got a nice size tent, one of those big pop up dudes, and so I set up, and I'm sitting on my cot, and it's getting louder, and it's louder, and you boom, boom. It's just.
It's feeling heavier and heavier as closer it gets.
It's just, and all you hear is boom, boom, you hear the sound of the thunder,
I
thunder. Like
I called it a herd of buffalo. About
yeah,
like
we called it
four,
we always called it
12,
a ghost
5.
of buffalo. It's what we called it for a long time.
Yeah, because
Hmm.
there was a lot of weight that was being put on the ground to fill it through the ground, and then there was no snorting, no snuffing, no nothing. So it was like a quiet herd that ran by.
Right. And so what happened was I'm looking at my tent. I'm waiting for him to come in. I'm sorry, at this point I'm starting to think I'm gonna die because the tent. It's one of those fear things. Because I was in Turkey and I boar hunted and I've had boar run at me and I'm about ready to climb a tree a few times and if this were boar, or any kind of herd, you're gonna die, especially a buffalo. I don't know what they were doing there, but anyway, as they were coming, my heart came up again. I'm watching the tent. I'm just watching the tent. I'm getting ready to see the tent come in on me. I'm watching it and waiting to die. And what happened was it seems like it came and then it was like over my head and then it passed. And so I'm calmed down. I'm getting my heart straightened out. I don't even have a chance to say something to man out the window because then this is when I hear coming up Coker Creek. Doosh, 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 coming up the creek. And I'm sitting there going, now what the hell is this? And we've been there 6 nights. Remember, we've been there 6 nights. They were chasing some hounds.
Hounds were chasing deers throughout the week.
Yeah, they were chasing hounds, and hounds were playing with them. As far as we know, that one. Yeah. So he comes, this dude, and then the water's up to our knees. This dude's clearing it. He's making good strides, and he just jogs past us, and we're, I don't know, 5 foot, 10 foot from the center of the creek, probably to our tent. Mm-hmm. And so when he ran back, I looked. That's when I said out the window to Matt, I said, "Did you hear that?" Know what I said?
Yeah, you said, "Did you hear that?" And I said, "Did you heard the herd?" And you're like, "No." Did you hear what we just heard? Was that
2 feet?
And I said, "Yes, that was 2 feet."
Because I moved on past the herd that fast. Because I was like,
quickly.
That was 2 feet. Because I mean, you know what I'm saying? You've been told all your life. I have never seen a Bigfoot. Now he has. That's a different story. Don't we go get into that one? We'll try to stay on track. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm confirmed, man. To me, at least what I heard, unless it was a spirit Bigfoot, and I'm starting to find out that we had a bunch of rocks at my camper up in Kentucky, and then a dang gum rock outside, not a single one. And I'm like, dude, there's stuff that's happening. Sometimes you hear, and then you go look, and there's no evidence of it, nothing. And I guess you guys know that. And I'm like, dude, what is that about? And so the buffalo that herd, I don't know.
I was looking out both sides. I was in a trailer. I was looking out both sides of the windows.
Couldn't see
and
that.
I was able to see across a field to another creek to another field, all the way across with enough moonlight. It was about a gibbous or half crescent or whatever moon, enough light to see something. And I did not see nothing. My heart, that was the time my adrenaline was pumping so much. My heart was pumping, pounding out of my chest. I thought I was going to lose my heart because it just explodes or something like that, And it was just hovering above us for a while. And I was like, I'm looking out the window. There's nothing. What the heck? And then it started running out. Keep on going on down the valley. I was like, got my heart back. The hell was that?
Yeah, what the hell was that?
Was the bipedal thing going the same direction as that herd?
It went the opposite way. The herd was going downstream.
Oh, yeah, the herd went downstream. And this being came upstream.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting. I didn't even put that one together. These guys are good. These guys are good investigators. They'll figure this stuff out.
Yeah.
I hadn't even thought about that one.
Yeah, I was just wondering they could have been, if they were going the same direction, they could have been, that thing could have been chasing something.
Well, you're bringing up a good, never mind.
Well, they went right into the buffalo if they were chasing, but I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. There was a dog, a hound, and we call him Earl because it was Earl. He was the lead dog. He was the loudest one, and we named him Earl for good reason.
The first one you hear.
That's my middle name, Earl.
Earl? Is it Earl?
Oh, that's good.
You can midnight as a coon, dude, because I mean, Earl. And so they've been running, and Earl was one. Earl was running up and down, splish splashing, and at one point, we both heard Earl get kicked because then that was the first time it run up. And now I'm like, don't get in. You're not going to. He could tell you the details.
I can tell you the whole entire detail.
But they was like, I don't know how many times they came up and down the creek, and then there was a bunch that got together and they ran and he heard them run and they got in formation and they run back up it and run back down it. And at one time this is Coker Creek, man. This is right down there in Coker Creek, dude. Right. And then one time, I heard this dog get kicked. I knew he got kicked. I heard him go, "Arr!" And he just, and he shut up.
Yep.
And then it went quiet. And then I noticed that the dog was not barking up the creek, for example. I'm not sure if he went up or down, but he was barking. It's like they picked him up and then took him to the other part of the creek, and then he was barking down. I'm like, how in the world did he do that? So I mean, there was a stuff we're still trying to figure out because I was in the tent and he was in his camper, so we never stepped out to Now there's a little Airbnb that was 200 or 300 feet down the path, and the next morning we went and talked to them, and they were like, yeah, we were out with our guns because we didn't know what they were like, what the hell was going on last night? We're like, we have no idea because stuff was running. They were saying there's dogs running up now. There's a lot of other shit going on, right? So they were tuned in too on the craziness. And
Stephen from Arcane Discoveries, we're pretty good friends with him. He's listening now, but I think it might be around the same area that he was at hunting, and his dogs were out there, and they had the GPS collars on.
Right.
And
sorry.
All the dogs came back but one. And so they were looking for it, and they tracked it with the GPS, and they had found it under some brush, had been covered up with its head crushed in.
Head crushed in, right? Got into it, didn't it?
Like it'd been just went boom. And something covered it up.
Yep. And that's we're going to talk Coker Creek. We're going to be talking Coker Creek tonight. This just be Coker Creek episode because see, we had been back up, and then we were camping down by the falls. Now that happened up at that campground one weekend, and I heard them hounds coming, and it was after that event. And then I seen the guy with his truck pull down into that little cove down there just at the falls, and you guys know what I'm talking
upper
about.
falls. Yeah.
And he's got his coon boxes in his truck, right? So I broke my neck getting out of that tent before he got away. Oh, hey, look, man, because it was his dogs. I said, have you had anything weird ever? And he's like, no. And I said, well, I told him what happened to us, and he's like, no, that's kind of weird. But man, I was trying to get any information because, like I said, there is none. That's the first time I heard something about Coker Creek, where a coon dog got
Smashed.
He said it was on the opposite mountain near the Skyway, so wasn't
Right.
exactly Coker Creek.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Well, you got Coker Creek, and you've got see that down that way and down towards Chattanooga, between Coker Creek and LJ. It seems to me is a different type of Bigfoot.
Dahlonega, Georgia.
Well, I'm just saying LJ, Georgia. They know between here and there. It's kind of like we call them more like boogers, and it's the ones that are more rambunctious. And then he talks to a Bigfoot now, but it's different energy and everything else. That's all I can say about it. But down there at Coke Creek, we had them, me and him sleeping one night, and they were throwing rocks at the back of my side of the truck. And I've had, we have emergency lights inside of our camper. We sleep in metal now. I ain't slipping in.
We don't do no plastic.
I ain't slipping no plastic, man.
Stuff.
I got to at least have metal, just a thin layer of camper top, right?
So at least I can hear the Coke can crushing before I get crushed.
Yeah, maybe. Right.
Oh man.
Right. And he had but anyway, I had my hand on that switch. This is the first time I had the booger thing where they're here. They're really here. You're laying in your camper and they're walking around outside. There's somebody walking around. You know that now the property. There's two
Is it
places.
like before? Could you feel it? Like, can you feel them when they're walking around you?
You could feel them, or you could hear them just crunch. You can hear them walking around. They're not
hear
really
them light
being
stepping certain areas. Yeah. And then,
but they were throwing rocks, and I know that night he had put his earplugs in. And we're investigating. We're like you guys. If you're investigating, you went there to investigate. Doesn't mean you're gonna get any sleep, right? But he's like me. He's like, I'm putting my earplugs anyway. I'm like, okay, fine, because this happened to me, a couple of times with him. He put his earplugs in, and then I go through a night of torture, and he wakes up in the morning all refreshed, and I'm like, dude, I spent the entire night last night getting harassed, dude, and you slept the whole
Let
time.
me tell you a story.
Ever put up trail cams, Laura asked?
Me and David went to the Devil's Tramping Ground. Okay. I mean, when we got there, it was like a exorcism scene. I don't know. It was some crazy stuff on the ground. So that night, though, we went to bed, and I'm wide awake. And as soon as David hit the pillow, he's. I'm
You
like,
right?
oh, God, I had to put my phone on to watch it because I was just nervous, afraid something was going to come in on me. Yeah, he as soon as he hit the dang gum pillow, he went to sleep, and I'm like, "Damn, David,
That's pretty much me.
leave me alone."
I'm like David
You left me
too.
alone.
When I get to the bed part, I'm in it.
Once I lay down, my wife will even say it. She's like, "How in the heck do you go to sleep so dang quick?" And I'm like,
The
That's why
second night, I asked him where his gun was, just in case I need it.
Yeah, right.
No, I had a hatchet and everything laying right beside me. I was crazy. I couldn't sleep for nothing.
Yeah, ain't that funny? And you know, well, in his case, there, you know, that thing, I was laying there asleep, and I felt a hand go on my leg, and I woke up, and it's kind of like a motherly, like, hi, and I didn't at first. I was like, it's nice, and then I realized, dude, you're in a camper, dude. What the fuck, you know? Excuse my language. So I'm like nicely rolling over, going, I appreciate it. And so the next night, you know, I tell Matt, I was like, Matt, check us out, dude. I don't want you to freak it out, man. Don't freak out. I was like, look, I mean, I want to tell you this, but I don't want you to freak out. But last night, something put a hand on me, and it was nice, and it's not a big deal. And he slammed his window. No, I ain't doing that. He shut his window. He's like, no, I ain't doing that.
I was gonna have a nice night with a little
No, I ain't
air
doing
and such,
that.
and
I was like,
nah,
dude,
not
I was
now.
trying not to freak you out, man. He's like, no, man, that don't sound right. Like,
Just
dude,
like
it was
that.
all right. It was all right. I know it's
I
weird,
agree.
but you're like, dude, it wasn't bad. But
That's funny.
yeah, but I had kept my hand on that light switch, and that was my first dealing with fear. You know what I'm saying? You know, you guys know, you've been in there, probably a lot of things I don't want to, you guys, but anyway, I had my eye on that switch like it was there's a switch, you know, I'm trying to put it up, and I had my hand on that thing like, man, if you got, and in my mind, I was like, if you guys don't calm down out there, because he's asleep and I'm by myself, basically. We're side by side in the camper.
I got my
I mean, we're going to sleep, and I rolled over to get something out of I bent over to get something out of the floor, and big stick hits my side of the camper. Bam.
I thought
And
you
he's
dropped
like,
something.
he's like, did you drop something? Is that you? And I said, oh, dude, I'm in the floor picking something up out the freaking floor, man. So he knew that the hell was coming upon us before he put his head plugs in. So he's guilty of, he deserted me, man. He left me.
I left my dad.
He left me
for sleep.
for sleep. He left me for sleep. And,
Jeez, Matthew.
but anyway, so that night I held that light switch, because they were getting rambunctious, man. It's really crazy, man. You know, think you can deal with these things, and think you can, you know, we were way back in National Forest at that time. A buddy of mine in Coker Creek's got access to one of them, those Fed posts. His property's back behind it, so I have to unlock that federal post and drive back there. And so that's what I love about it. I'm like, we're really in the deep of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so anyway, that was, I'm kind of going down the track of boogers, because that was my first actually being able to handle that fear. And then I'm going to jump over to last week. We went to Kentucky, and we haven't run the boogers in years, and we camp a lot. So it ain't like every time you go out, you're going to run into anything. You know, we put out apples. So, I mean, you could take years to have any experiences. And, so we were in Kentucky last week, and went to bed. Everything's good. And they started throwing rocks at my truck, bouncing off the top. Ding, ding, ding. And I've got 7-hour video up on YouTube, you know, just so you can sit there and listen to some old dude fart, snore, and listen to rocks all night. That's exactly all I did, man. I was like,
he put it all
whoa.
up.
But the fear thing was, I was kind of like, at first, he had 9mm. I had his 9mm and left him with his 22. So I did the choice. That was a good choice.
He did a good one.
That was a good choice.
I
And
can run.
yeah, he had the 22. Yeah, he's smart. He's faster. And so it started throwing rock, ding, 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 ding. And I went to this fear thing at first, like, because it started getting, it sounded like hell. They're throwing a shitload, right? And I'm starting to go, dude, what if we're going to get the hell out of here? I'm starting to go into that fear mode. And I'm like, dude, that's why you're here. You're investigating, man. This is an investigation. Well, you volunteered to come out here in the woods in the middle of nowhere, where there's no one for probably, 50 miles, 100 miles from us. So, suck it up, Buttercup. Get your microphone on, get your camera out, right? I mean, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. So I got my little 4K. I got a little like GoPro, and I turned that on. Had 5 batteries charged, locked and loaded. Because you guys are like me, locked and loaded. I carry a backpack that has like 5 cameras, a throwaway camera, 3 disposable cameras. And microphones. I just have it all, especially if I go in the woods. I got so much equipment burning all the time. And anyway, I shot 40 gigabytes that night on that GoPro, and it's just me sleeping, really, and snoring, farting. But you can hear ding, 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 and it hit all night long. But I got past that fear part and started laughing. And saying, that's all you got? That's hilarious. And I started laughing and playing, and they were throwing more and more, and it was a hoot. And I'm just like, I wake up and go, wow, and started enjoying it. So I turned a bad trip into a bad trip. I mean, good trip, right?
Turn a bad trip.
Because I'm like, dude, you're already here. Yeah. If they're going to get you, they would have already got you. You know what I'm saying? And the next morning I got up on a video, and I got out my camera because I heard rocks roll, and I got audio. And I got on my camera. It's just looked like little worm turds. Like, dude, that ain't what they threw. But I have absolutely no evidence that ever happened except for the audio. So anyway, that's the booger. That's where we're at on boogers right now.
I'll show you something real quick. A buddy of mine is out in between here in Georgia, and he's got his trail cam set up because he's getting his plots ready for hunting. Mm-hmm. And so this night he had like 40 or 50 pounds of corn on the ground.
Right.
So you see the bear.
Right.
So the bear, there's another picture before this. He's actually eating, like the pictures didn't bother it. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden something bothered it. You see how he turned around looking, toward this way here.
Right.
Yeah. Now you see how open this is, right? Nothing standing here at all.
Nothing. Right.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Watch this. Let me get you this next one here and see what you think about this. So this was the next thing that pops up. Now the bear is just like right over here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you got it.
Oh, is that like a portal or something?
It's a portal, yes, sir. And if you look hard enough,
I see a face in all there.
Right here. Here's, and I've got another one.
Whoa.
I'll show you real quick. I've got another one. I didn't send them all. I should have, I guess, but let's see here. I need to download all these anyway. But this right here, it's on I kind of circled it. So you see the eye up there at that top left?
Right.
It has a nose and a mouth.
Yeah. Coming
it
through.
It's like a horse's face or something, but
right.
I think it's just it coming through that portal.
Wow. Look like a couple things.
It chased that bear away. So that next shot right there, the bear is gone, like skedaddled. And then this thing shows up, and then nothing. There's nothing else there for the rest of
it. Show that last picture back up on the screen that you had on the screen. I want to point out something.
Kind of reminds me of a unicorn type of deal. Supposedly unicorns pierce through the veil, and that's like a portal veil, and then you have like a horse face almost.
Yeah, with their horns.
Right. Just thought that's interesting.
Bring it back up here.
There's a, the portal one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Picking up that chicken.
I just want to point something out because it's really interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean,
That's a great capture.
And I don't know if you've seen what I've seen, but I know David has seen it. We've talked about it, but you got it?
Let me bring it up here.
and we'll definitely,
Let's see what you think about it.
I might have some EVP stuff. I thought about you guys on some of that stuff that I've been getting. I'm like,
That's some EVP stuff.
True.
All right. Here you
Yeah,
go.
show that again. Can you move the picture up a little?
wow. So that's the bear would be, you just got a screenshot. That's the bear's over here on the right. That's just like a take.
There's right over here. Yeah.
Okay. Same picture, same cam shot, right? Straight ahead.
Camera, everything. And he's about to bring me the actual card itself so I can download all this.
Right. So you can run it
Yep.
a whole lot cleaner. Yeah, because that's
Can
just
you
a
zoom
PNG.
in a little bit on the bottom?
But I see a face right there coming through. I see eyeballs on that.
Look at this.
Look right here.
Is that hand? Is that a hand?
It looks like it's
Yeah,
coming
1, 2,
out
3. Someone's reaching in, opening
like
it.
I was wondering if it's
like it's reaching in and grabbing and like it's opening or doing something, but you can see right there.
Right. Well, and over there it looks like 3 toes on the left side there or something. Maybe 3 fingerprints or 3 something like it's like you said. They're
right.
Yeah.
Almost a hand coming straight down with that arm type of deal.
Yeah, that's
Then
pretty
some
cool.
Yeah.
eyes right here.
And
That's
then
an excellent
you can
video.
see right here, you can see the eye.
Yeah.
And then it comes down, and then you can see what looks like to be 2 nostrils, and then maybe a mouth or something below it.
Yeah, and then you come down and I see like another 2 eyes. I think there's a lot coming through. I think it's more than just one thing. It seems like to me there's like 2 or 3 things trying to come through. If you keep coming down, there's another 2 eyes. Yeah, right there. You go down, you're like, how many things are coming through at the same time?
Mhm.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But that I think it shows, like Laura was asking if you guys ever put up trail cams and stuff, and that
Yeah.
just brought this to mind. Is like
Mhm.
a lot of people say that you can't, and most people say that it's hard to catch anything. But here's proof that something got caught. What it
that's
is,
true.
I don't know. But
Yeah, that's the
some-
first paranormal thing I've seen with a trail camera. I mean, we've run trail cameras forever and ever and ever.
Mm.
We caught, mountain lion up there, Tennessee, North Tennessee.
Kentucky.
Yeah, well, it's down in Tennessee.
In
where they try-
Tennessee, kind of. Yeah.
But yeah, we've been running trail cams for a long, long time. But now the weirdest trail cam experience I got is when the Bigfoot moved my trail cam one time. Me and him we were down at the falls. That's why I love talking to you guys, because you guys know what our territory, man. This is what is so cool. We were down at the falls. We were painted for gold, and we are coming up the hill. And in back of my truck, the cooler was splashing around. It's packed with stuff. So I asked Matt to go back there and re-blind the cooler because splashing water out. And we had a pan, a black pan that had gold specks in it, and he set it on the road. So he climbed in there to work, and he left us sitting there on the side of the stinking road. All right, so we go all the way up to my buddy's, which is in town, back over that way. And we get up there, and my buddy comes out, and we're like, hey, that's from the gold. Dadgummit. We have 2 black pans, and we have one, the other one's gone. We looked through everything, and that's when we realized, oh, dude, when you stopped, he's like, yeah, I sat on the side of the road. Like, okay, well, we're going back down to the falls in the morning. The chance of anyone being there is almost nothing because no one goes there. And so me and him, next morning, we say, all right, cool. So we packed up, and we went down there, and it wasn't on the road. We were like, son of a bitch. But also, I had forgot a trail cam, a little square one. And anyway, we get down there, and it's sitting on the ground facing down. And the thing was it was setting up on this, up on a tree area. I had it a little ways away from the road, and it had 50. I got the video. I got everything documented. I think it was like 56 videos, and number 55. Every 55 were perfect. 56 is like grayscale, constant grayscale, no hairs. I've contrasted everything. But it had moved from that tree area down, face down on the road. And so
past the ditch area.
Yeah,
Or
past
just
it.
rolled past the ditch.
Yeah,
area
and I'm
too.
trying to figure out how in the world did it get from there down to face down in that last video, being like something electronically was missing, electromagnetic. And so then we get back over to the campsite, and we backed in, and I walk over to get coffee, and it hits my brain. I said, I bet they brought it back. I looked over at Matt, and over there, 4 foot from him, it laid on the ground. Of course, his eyes opened up. Where's that other pan? I said, it's right here. And me and him were like, holy shit, they brought it back. And here's the cool stuff. You guys, like, down there on that road, it had pine needles in it. Where we were camping up on my buddy's property, there's no trees above us. We had no pine needles on our property, on our area. So they had brought it back. When we went down there to get it, they brought it back because we backed up and it was sitting right there. Not only that, but they did not spill any gold. That's a long track. And you guys know how rough that neighborhood is. That's a long track. Not only did it track all the way back up there, didn't spill no gold, but it had them teeny little pine needles from where it sat out there on that road that night. You know, so we were like, holy cow. That was really, really, that was a mind blower, right? But like I said, that's just one of those things that blew our minds. And I tell people all the time that go Bigfoot, and I was like, dude, just carry a pocket knife and drop it on the ground. Do stuff. I mean, How to Hunt Steve, he's had his knife returned. I mean, it's funny, but,
Right.
you know, I tell people take a quarter and just throw it out in the woods. And you go home, be on your porch, and you go, what the hell? And that's what that's what blows people's mind, right? Because that stuff happens. You know, I don't know if it's the forest people, Bigfoots, a fairy. You know, I don't know who's doing it, but it's happening.
It kind of reminds me of the tree arch that we had up in Kentucky. It's kind of a big topic, but you know, it was while we were on top of this big boulder, I looked up behind me thinking that's the beings are back there, the Bigfoots or something like that. So I told them, guys, it'd be really cool if y'all can arch this tree, because that'll give me an idea of how big these guys are, because the tree's about the size of a basketball or maybe a little bit smaller. No, it's about the size of a basketball on top of the boulder. You know, it's about that big. And it was
a huge tree.
Still big tree. And it was such a big tree that I couldn't even, I couldn't be able to climb it, and I couldn't even arch it myself. The one beside it, I would have been able to, but that one was the Pacific one that I couldn't. So I was like, it'd be really awesome if y'all could arch this tree, because it'll look very cool, you know, in front of this boulder too, having a big old tree arch. So, well, we did it, and it was like, I don't know, a week or a month later, we came back, and there it was. They arched the tree in front of that boulder, just perfectly stiff, touching the side of the road. And you try to pick up the tree and move it, and those leaves did not move. They were solid. That whole tree arch.
Yeah, see, there's a tree there, and there he is walking over to it. Give you an idea, dude. They arched this. Can you believe that? This blew our freaking minds, man. He had said it, and we went up about a week later. And sure enough, they arched that giant tree. Now, the park rangers cut that stuff down. They cut down. We had one trip up through there. We were coming back at 7 Mile Dirt Road. I recorded on video arches for 7 miles on the left side of the road. Every one of them perfectly touching the road for 7 miles, about every, I don't know, 200 or 300 feet. I documented that stuff. Wow. And the park rangers, they come out and they clean that up. But there's Matt right there. He had skimmed down that tree, right? And he had said, man, it'd be really cool if you guys would arch this. And we go back up, and they arched it, right? So, you know, that was right.
And then we showed up back at our house, and they had a tree arch at our house.
Was it that time that we got home?
It was.
Or was it from Coker Creek?
It was the same week. Within the same week, 7 days.
Okay, same week.
We went down to Coker Creek and came back.
Okay. Yeah, we came home, and there's an arch, and it's arched, and it's touching the center of our drive when we got. I come up the pull up the drive, and there's an arch tree touching the center of our drive, saying hello. Right.
It sounds like you got some kind of connection to these things. I don't know what it is.
Yes. Well, before I started communicating to them, that's whenever I was like, I was having at the time was feelings of like they want to try to communicate through me. So I was like, well, shoot, if y'all want to communicate through me, I gotta know that y'all are actually like physically real. I can't be like, I'm talking to this little figure in my head, you know? I can't do that. It's not. But however, It was like third day later in the middle of winter, a full moon, and I was going out like I always do, lock up the chickens, and I saw a light turning off and on. So I looked up towards that direction. It was a full moon, and the big old tree was waving like, here's the moon. The tree was right here, naturally standing. Well, it was all the way right here, all the way right here.
It's a huge.
It's a huge tree.
It's a huge. Oak.
It's huge.
And that guy was up in there.
And he did it about 7 times till I stopped counting.
The head, looked like he said hair hanging out.
He had hair down his arm.
Man, he was hanging up in the tree, saying, "Here I am, buddy. Call me if you want."
I was like,
Call me.
Call me
Blondie.
anytime. Call me.
So you got sick and came in the house, right? Your stomach said, "No, I can't.
Yeah,
I can't do this right now." And you walked.
I had several thoughts.
You know
I
how
was
that
like, how
is.
can I make
gonna
this
absorb.
like more real? Can I go inside and get my phone? I'm like, I can't do that now because he's already walking down the hill. Oh, walking down the hill. That'll terrify me even more.
Yeah.
He was coming down from the tree.
But
Stop moving,
historically, we've done some research. Historically, I'm trying to.
Yeah.
My great grandfather, German, was up in that park,
But Big Ridge?
Big Ridge, up at Big Ridge.
not
Our
Big
relatives
South.
were up there
Big
because you guys know our last name, so you know where I'm talking about. Anyway, our relatives are up there, right? And they're buried in that lake.
Underneath Norris Dam.
Yeah, internet. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, my uncle or my great grandfather's name was John, and he was out there. And what happened was there was a Bigfoot that was like standing beside a tree or something, and it fell down or it was doing something. And John laughed at the Bigfoot, and they eventually shook hands, and so they was actually then, and that was 40s or right. They were working with the hairy people in the woods. They weren't called Bigfoot; they were just called hairy people. And then I'm Cherokee. My grandma's Cherokee. We're strong Cherokee. And then my grandparents, they would put food out for they called them like the woods people. They didn't call them Bigfoot. There was no such thing as the Bigfoot until about 60s or so, whatever, 65, 70, whatever. And so and then we had went up and we found out we had 2 owls come in and got around bunches, but they get really excited because he talks to a Bigfoot. So we found out they get really excited because we're the family. They know our family. So they're excited and they're rambunctious, and we get like, holy crap, we're like a little peep, with a bunch of,
Mother hens.
mother heads running around. We're just
running around
freaking
our
out most of the
heads.
time, trying to cope with it. But yeah, there is definitely some relationship as far as blood and family,
Mhm.
location,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy that you can actually communicate with them.
yeah, that would be amazing.
Right.
Have you ever called any in?
That's one thing I haven't actually done yet.
What's that?
I called them in.
Mm-mm.
I'm still like,
Well-
it's number one thing that the first thing he ever gave me, the first thoughts was mind your business. And he described what business is. Your business is family. You can go to work for another person's family, but you have to mind their business, which is their family. But you have to still mind your own business. Your business is your family. And whoever you deal with and whoever you help out in your family hold, whoever you give food to, that's your family. Right.
Yeah,
Type
Yeah,
of-
it's always been the same with them. Trust God, trust spirit, and that's how we roll with them because that's the way they roll. At least the ones that we know.
Yeah.
And I do know people that have horrible experiences because just like every humans, there is there's plenty of abused humans and plenty of abused Bigfoots that are not good to deal with. But
Right.
Mhm.
And the when you thought that you had an encounter with a Dogman, where was that? Was that in that same?
Oh, okay. Well, then we're going. Yeah, what happened was she's talking about that we put trail cams out. That's where we got our butts handed to us. That's when we pissed something off one night. That was up in Kentucky. And we had gone another 3 or 4 years probably from the Coker Creek. We had got back to enjoying the woods, And that's my
hair. She's awesome.
Okay.
And yes, I do get visions and words. I can't like say word. I don't ever get any words. I just get the vision of walking through a scenario. Pretty much is what I see. Just play by play of what's being shown to me, as through their eyes. Sometimes I ask them if I can see through their eyes, and they allow me, and I'm like, okay, cool. And then I look through.
He also gets the physical stuff. That time George was swimming up, and he's in the Pacific. He's a giant, and he was going to this cave. He got the chills from the coldness. They'll show him
how
stuff like
how
cold it is, or they'll show him the feeling of something. So he gets the energy. Like we go to the store to buy chicken. I can hand him a Tyson chicken and say, "What do you think?" And he'll say, "This chicken's never walked before." And I'm like, "Put that sucker right back in the thing." But I mean, he can feel. Yeah, you're right. He can feel the energy about anything. You pick, that's why we shop. I don't buy food. I let him and my wife. She does the same. She'll pick up something, and if she goes back, she'll put it back in. She follows her body. He can be like, we have avocados, what's this? And he's like, man, these avocados are like mad. Why? Because they're freaking, they don't like Tennessee. It was cold at the time. I remember when we got to reading from the avocado, right?
It's cold here.
It's cold here. The avocado's like, dude, send us back down to Brazil or wherever they
went
came.
through some freezings. Forget this. Check it out, but yeah.
But she says she calls it snapshots. But yeah,
I like
but it's pretty cool. He gets, and I can tell because a lot of times he gets the chills, Those are like truth bumps. I call them truth bumps. People get the truth bumps. They know it. They just, ooh, I felt that. That's true. You get that. Or I'm getting hot thinking about it. That's another one. You get hot all of a sudden. You realize my intuition is kicking through. And I say everyone's a seer because everyone's got intuition. Now, a lot of people are like, I don't know about that. It's your grandma has intuition. You know when it's time. You know when it's time to leave a party. You know when it's time to go home. You know when it's, you know these things that we do all have. It just, most everything.
Like you could smell before the rain comes. Some people got that's part of like your intuition and such.
Okay, let's go.
Natural.
Let's head on to Kentucky now, because what happened? What got us in trouble with the trail camps? Me and my wife had found the biggest thing about Big South Fork is you can't get in it. I backwoods camped. I've been trying to get in there. You can't get in it. Physically, man, can't get in it. I can't say that enough. Angel Falls. You can go up underneath it. You can only go so far physically before it's cliffs and rocks. It's so big, you cannot get through there. And that's where that sounds came from. Those sounds came from a location where I physically could not go as a man. And 30 years, I've been wanting to get inside. I want inside. Me and him did a backwoods camping. We went up through up there at, can't remember what it was. Honey Hole. We went Honey Hole, and me and him went backwoods camping and got shut off. And we ended up sleeping in a cave that night. And that's when we had a spiritual thing with this light and all this other stuff. Different story. But you can't get in it. And that's my point is I finally found a way up through Stearns, Kentucky, a way to get down deeper into it. So I'm like, dude, Tennessee. So I had to, when we go to Big South Fork, we have to go up through the Kentucky, come down through it. And so we got into
because Tennessee cut off their road.
So I found a place where I can get into this close to the first I can get into Big South Fork. And then I said, this is cool. Looks like a squatchy place. So we're going to do research. So we're going to put up trail camps. And me and him went down this path. He went left, I went right. And when we were going down that path, I got the oogie boogies. He got the oogie boogies. And we came back out. Yeah, we knew something was wrong when we were out there. We felt like, dude, there's something watching us. Both of us kind of got our butts moving and come back, which we did last. Now that happened, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago. Now last weekend we went up there and he burnt tobacco because he felt like he needed to go back and work on that area. And then we got in trouble by the ferries. The ferries like, stay on the trails, guys. Don't step on my
stay off the white mushrooms.
Stay off the white mushrooms. So anyway, that's another story. That was from last weekend.
That's the first time.
Yeah, that's the first time he connected to the ferries. They were
there.
When
you were younger, did the ferries give you that mushroom you ate?
Probably. Good Lord, that thing got mushroom.
I think he was just experimental. He might have been.
It was probably given to me by that dang snake or something. For all
so we get back. So we decide, okay, we put our trail camps out, and we're going to haul back, and we're not going to haul back. We're going to go back, and we go up on this mountain where you can't get back. It's really rocky, and we set up a camp. We sat there and ate, and we went to bed, and I woke up, I had to go out. I was standing there and I was peeing, and I got this knife from Turkey, and I was admiring it in my hand and stuff. And I had the Oogie Boogie, so I remember I turned towards that Oogie Boogie stuff, and I was peeing. And anyway, I held my knife up in the air, and I was like, "Don't mess with us," which is probably a bad idea. Tell something not to mess with. I don't know. I'm like starting to think. I'm starting to see all the patterns that really got us. The most horrifying event that we've ever had was that night. And so, you know,
the trail cams, Dad holding the knife,
saying don't fuck with us. You know, that kind of attitude I had, because I was like, you know, mess with us. I didn't have a gun. He had a 22 pea shooter maybe at that time.
Yeah, I did. For squirrels at the time, we had bad squirrel problem at the time.
Yeah. So anyway, I set the metal knife back down in the metal pan, and I walked up to go and I saw these red eyes over there, and I had a red LED light. I've got one of those that's tactical, so it's only red unless you try to go white, you know, which is a very good one because I don't want to go white, you know, and you don't want to go white. So I'm looking at it, and I'm going up and down, and I could see that red eyes are close together. I thought, well, interesting, you know, it's something there. Possum, deer, that's what I was thinking. And I went and got in. I told him, I said, hey, there's something out there, red eyes. So I was trying to mess with him, right? But they're like, I don't know, it's probably a possum, whatever. Anyway, we fell asleep. Wasn't too long ago. That same noise came like on my tent. The trees above us is going, and just like something is in the trees, and they are shaking the holy hell out of it.
I remember it shaking so hard they were knocking. Dad doesn't remember the knocks. I remember the knocks.
I was just trying to hold my shit together, buddy. And so
I
you were like,
agree.
so I'm like, I woke. I'm like, do you hear that? And what'd you say?
I said, let me take my earplugs out. I forgot. I had my earplugs in again.
We're investigating.
He snores, guys.
Okay, I do snore. I got video proof of that.
Not well enough.
Oh, you're talking saws.
Snore,
yeah, I can
get a chainsaw going.
A few more pounds, I can rip it. But anyways, so anyway, yeah, you were.
Yeah. I took my earplugs out, and then you said, "What is it?" I said, "You got your earplugs out?"
Yeah.
He's like, "No."
I don't want to take them out.
I'm like,
I didn't want to take mine out. I had mine in too. I didn't want to take them out because if you're sleeping in a tent with somebody, you want your earplugs because they're rolling around at night, and you're just trying. You're not going to sleep if you're out there in a tent. I don't plan on sleeping, but I plan on getting some rest. That's as far as I go when I go camping. I'm gonna get some rest, and so anyway, we took our earplugs out, and that thing sat there and just wholly held the trees. Me and him.
We were talking for a while.
Yeah.
And had to been at least 5 minutes, man, because how long it was. And we were talking, and I remember telling you, it sounds like trees over there, just 20 yards away from us. Something. I'm just trying to remember.
Okay. Well, so I'm trying to give you the feeling of the situation because my heart's come up again, and I'm thinking we're going to die again. I don't even know what. Something's going to jump on us. I have no idea. But we've pissed off something in the woods, obviously. And my heart come up. Right. And I was trying to breathe, trying to control my breathing, trying to calm down. I realized, man, I was so adrenalized, dude. It was time to fight, at the same time run. And the longer it went quiet, right? It went pitch fucking quiet.
It stopped.
I don't know more adjective
when it
word
stopped,
than the
we got
word.
quiet.
But it went so quiet that I had, we were just trying to hold our crap together, and it went so quiet. And I want to run. And I'm trying to think back to back. Can we get out of here? And I'm trying to figure out how to get him out of here. And there's no way we can walk. You can't walk on these trails. Really big boulder. You see how we got to it during the day. And so I knew we couldn't get out. I knew we were locked down. I knew they had us locked down. We're laying on our backs in between some rocks in this tent. And I'm just like, how the hell did I get in another damn nightmare? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, how did I keep getting in these nightmares? I'm not going in the woods to get into a nightmare. That's not my business, dude. You know what I'm saying? This is a real nightmare. And I'm thinking I'm going to get my son. I'm going to go home and say, I don't know, honey, something ran off with your son. I mean, I'm like, I felt horrible of, what was going on. And I finally got my breathing under control and all that kind of stuff. It's chilling out a little bit. And I'm like kind of nodding off, and I had my light held in my hand like it was the last thing I ever going to hold because I was going to see whatever I was going to fight. But I realized you got to calm down. You don't have the adrenaline. You'll destroy yourself from the fear and the pumping of the fear and wanting to run. I was like, if you don't calm down, because I realized, dude, after 5-10 minutes of that much adrenaline, you got to bring it down. So I'm like, you got to relax and wait. for the fight. Because if they jump on this tent, it's on. You know, I'm going to be fighting hand because that's all I know to do. I don't know what it is. I have no idea what I'm going to fight. And so I got myself to calm down. And I know he's got crazy stuff that he's told me, but I'm going to try to skip your part because I'm going to try to keep the story moving. Because I mean, his stuff is his heart
I
stopped
didn't hear
beating.
nothing coming out of the tree. There was nothing landed on the ground.
There's
No
like
leaves moving. Nothing. No sound. Dad would tell you about. I don't
He's
know.
got sonic ears.
I
He
got
does.
sonic ears. Across the valley, I'll hear a tire leak.
He can hear
I can hear it.
it. He can hear
It happened. Type of deal. You know.
So we finally calm down. We think we got our crap together, and this is when we hear a crickety digital modem. About 4 beats, 5 beats. Yeah. Right.
Chuck.
Listen,
Yeah.
Jason, it's
Yeah.
floating by, dude. This thing is floating by. I know it's floating by.
We're
I'll show you.
thinking Bigfoot.
I've got videos of the area. You'll be like, dude, that thing didn't walk through. I go, I know it didn't. It floated.
I couldn't even hear it when
It
it was
went-
making that noise. No leaves crunching. I didn't hear nothing while it was moving.
Right. So now I'm on heart attack number 2, man. It's going.
I lost my heart trying to be so quiet.
Yeah. Me too, man. It was,
I was trying.
Was it more like a fax machine? You know how
That's
those
what I was
fax
going to
machines?
ask.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
it was a crickety. I thought it was like 4 or 5
Cricket.
beeps, but almost modemy.
Beep.
Huh.
4
Beep, beep,
beeps,
beep, beep.
4 times.
Beep, beep, yeah,
I don't
beep,
know
beep,
why.
Beep,
4
beep, beep,
beeps,
beep,
4 times.
beep, 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 with a
But with digital modem sound behind it.
Wow.
modem. Right. And so now I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, I thought things were bad with this thing in the trees, and now I've got ET, right? You know how that you're like, whoa. And that's not the end of it though, is it?
No, whenever it stopped, that's when
So we
my
are
heart stopped and I fell back and
I
said,
got
"I'm
my
sleeping."
adrenaline. I have my flashlight. I'm trying to. You got to conserve your adrenaline, dude, because you'll kill yourself with your own adrenaline, dude. I was just miserable with wanting to run and fight, and I couldn't do anything. And all I could think was, I'm ready, jumping. You come, bring it on. We're gonna fight, you know. And
That's the good thing about me, though. I get scared. I really do. But my heart don't race because I take medicine for my heart.
Wow,
And
that's
it
good.
does not get over 70 beats a minute. Never.
Right.
Even in if I'm scared to death, it will
Mhm.
not. But you
Yeah,
know, I
yeah,
do
yeah.
get scared a whole lot, and David can attest to this. Even if you watch the movie that we made, when the rocks got thrown at me,
Yeah.
I had to get out of there. I had to move.
you knew it's time to move then.
Dude.
Oh yeah. David's more.
Traded places.
Yeah, he's more of a. I don't know what. He's more sensitive than me. I hardly ever feel anything, but he does.
That's what we
Yeah.
are. He's the
Yeah.
sensitive, and I'm the rock, and he's the
Yeah.
sky. I'm the
Pretty
ground,
much.
and he's the sky. Yeah,
And when
Yeah.
something happens to me, I'm scared.
yeah, that's bad. That's the same thing with me.
Yeah, same with him. When something happens to
It's
me,
gotta be
I
rock
like try to
solid.
knock
It's
it
gotta
off
some-
and like
It's got to
say
be. It's
nothing
got to be
happened.
physical. It's got to be physical to get me moving.
Yeah.
If I feel something physical, I'm moving.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I had a panic attack when I was like 10. You guys will like this story.
It
I
is a good
lived down
story.
in Georgia, and we was out in the middle of the woods, and we had some Christmas trees we'd thrown in a ditch. You know, back then you throw them out there. And me and my buddy were standing there, and we lit it on fire, and we were. Let me think, who was doing what? I was throwing matches, right? My buddy,
You're-
I'm throwing matches, and my buddy's got a stick, and he's like, "Quit!" Throw a match. He said, "Quit." You know what I'm saying? You know how those kids quit, quit. And he kept throwing matches. I kept smacking it with a stick, stacking it with a stick, smacking it with a stick. Well, unfortunately, I got ahead of him, and it went up. And I looked up, and the fire was climbing up on top of them pine trees, and I seen it. So that was my first panic attack. I couldn't run, I couldn't walk, couldn't move. I didn't burn down the whole damn forest. I knew I'm going to jail. I'm going to be in juvenile forever. All this, you know, the whole world's falling apart in 1 second, and I couldn't breathe. You know, and they were like, "Come on, grab some water." I couldn't breathe. I had sat down. I was sitting down at the little picnic table up at the house. I made it back to the house, and they were running buckets of water because I'd already seen the top of the pine tree. I'm like, "How are you going to throw a bucket of water on top of a pine tree? You guys I'm going to jail, boys." And that was my first panic attack before I realized my heart, you know, got so high up in there, man. I was immobilized. I couldn't walk. I couldn't help put the fire out because I had, you know, my heart was like, "No, but that was a major panic attack." That was my experience with a panic attack. So that digital beep, 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 beep thing as it goes floating by. Yeah, that was my second heart attack that night. So we get over that again. Don't ask me how. Time kind of goes. We're kind of slipping in and out. Then here's boom. I wake up because we're laying back on our backs on the ground. And
It made a noise that woke you up. And then
I woke
you
you up.
woke me up. I took my earplugs out again because I put mine in again because it's been about 20 minutes later to maybe 30 minutes. But however, I pulled my earplugs out and then I heard a boom too. So I don't know what you heard to wake you up, but
there was
woke me
something.
up.
I just remember, but I
However-
did remember I was awake and I heard that boom, and then I heard I heard something coming off the mountain coming towards us. You can hear his feet coming down, and it came down
4 times.
And we had jokingly that evening talked, and we said, "Look, if anything happens, shoot over me, don't shoot me." So it was kind of a joke that we would have a dinner, right? With someone other, we had that conversation.
We're
And
like,
so
we're so far back in these woods.
So this
it's the
thing come
darkest.
down. This thing come down. Whatever it was, it come down. It
Mhm.
come down. Stopped. I was already like, I don't give a shit. Shoot the hell at anything. Just unload. I don't care no more, dude. I was so over it, man. It's 3 o'clock, 4 or 5, 6. I don't even know what time. It's pitch dark. There was no light. Absolutely. We was up on a new moon, right? New moon back in the Kentucky woods. Dark. There
Under
was no
those
light.
tree
Zero
coverings.
light. And
Mhm.
and so this thing got closer and closer, and that's when you actually had to pull your gun.
Yeah, I was about to pull the hammer back on that gun, get that one click. I know if I make that one click, I'm going to hear it rushing because how far away it is and how quiet everything's been. And if this thing can hear, it'll be able to hear me do that one click. And it stopped at that 1 foot. And if he did one more foot forward, I was going to pull that thumb back. And he never did. He
But you
stopped
said
right there.
you said
That
through
was-
my dead body.
Yeah, there was a
Yeah. tell me
while
about
he
that.
was coming down, it was the last 4 steps or one of the 4 steps prior, and it was trying to remember what it was saying to me, like,
Yeah.
you ain't got a chance or something like that. And I was like, we're both gonna be under my dead body. You're gonna feel it. That's
Right.
what it was. It wasn't.
Exactly. Right,
You didn't
right.
finish. Yeah,
Okay.
that was it.
Yeah.
You're gonna feel it.
Yeah, that's the way we felt. They were,
They will feel before
that
I
was
die.
my main goal. I had a headlight in it, kind of. I had held in my hand, and I had the button out because I held that because I'm going to see it. I'm going to see you. If you jump on this tent, I will see you. ET, I don't know, monster, whatever. I'm going to see you. I will see you.
The
See,
thing.
that was just my determination, man, because that's all I had to hold on to was my last thing I will see. The last thing I'm going to fight, I will see it. That was my determination because I had no gun. I didn't have nothing.
No.
You had your gun.
I think it knew what you were thinking. I
That's
mean,
what I
Yeah,
was-
right. And we were really wasn't into. I hadn't really found out he talked to trees and everything else till after that.
After that,
It was slow period, man, of kind of all this stuff coming together and starting to see what was going on. And there was like I said, there's a lot more that we have found out just because he does talk to Bigfoot and other people. And so
Well, it just goes because Bigfoot stuff is real. It's like, what else is not real? I mean, my whole life, it's always been kind of like in school, I used to saw like shadow people, not really shadow people. For me, I was able to see color of the dress and such. See-through people is what you can call them, and kids that just walks around the corner, I go check and they're not there and such. So I had a lot of that type of experience going on and going,
Yeah.
and I try to cut all that off.
well, I mean, he's the
I
kind of
believe
kid. He's the
myself
kind
at
of
the
kid. He's the kind of kid that saw, ghosts in school, right?
Right.
Later on, I come to find out they have a big old giant, what do you call it, in that school that he went to, had one of the big burners, whatever you call it, kilt or whatever, big
Boiler.
giant boiler,
Boiler.
right? But see, they're a little strangely untall, and see, they had all these deaths back then in this area, and we have burial mounds. We have a 60-foot burial mound up behind our house. We have burial mounds all over this place.
wow.
And so he was always like seeing black-eyed kids and seeing kids go around.
In the
So he's at
woods.
school. So this kid's always been messed up. I mean, he's at school and he would see people cut corners, and he was so, where's that girl going? And get in trouble by the teachers and
Why
stuff.
is she not in the line?
Well, ain't she got to get in line, you know? I
And
mean,
she's
so
like,
he's
"What are you
always had
talking
a
about?"
rough life.
Well,
Seeing things ain't been helping him any, you know. Like
You
this.
you
learned
had a
not to
big part
talk.
in that, I think, encouraging him to do that, because I didn't have that opportunity. David did, and he's sensitive as hell, and I can't feel nothing because I was told it was crazy.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
right.
But
true,
that's
true.
good. I like
That's true.
that.
Well, what happened with him though was, it was slow because I'm like you guys. I'm an investigator. You know, well, you show me proof of this crap, right? I got to have some proof. And so with
same
him,
with
it was
me.
like, you know, he's talking about, you know, he thinks he can hear trees and stuff. I said, well, let's go talk to trees. So we started going. I got videos of it, and we go down here this one tree, and the tree was like, he's like, we're gonna pull this musky vine off. And the tree's like, yeah, thank you, appreciate it. And so we're hanging there pulling the musky vine off, and the tree's laughing, and he's telling us what the tree's doing. The tree's laughing. I said, you're not pulling hard enough. And then I started realizing, dude, this dude, see, he's never been an exaggerator. He's not that kind of person. He's never told stories, you know. And I'm like, from what he was telling us, and then there was another tree we sat down and talked to, and then another tree we sat down and talked to, and we sat down and talked to a tree up here, which told us the China wall is actually them big notches. That's where that used to be like a part of a gear system. They used to be a train, man. They used to travel goods up and down through that thing. This tree up here in the woods told us. But anyway, so I realized, dude, this guy, you know, he's legit because he can't lie that good. You know what I'm saying? People can't lie that good. You just can't. And he's my kid, so I was like, wow. And then it wasn't after that. The trees, I believe the trees are the ones that the network I'm talking about is the wood wide web. That's the mycelium, the trees.
Yep.
And that's where the whole knowing is. If you're on this planet and you get into that intuition, that comes from that network. The wood wide web is what I'm calling it. And I think he connected. And the trees seem like the ones that give you access to that comms or that communication to that network. And he got access to it. And then after if the trees let you in, then you could talk to the Bigfoots, and then you could see and talk to the other forest people. And I seen him because after that was when the Bigfoot thing came on, and then that's when we met a giant. And George came on. His name was George. He's back in this family up near the North Pole. Or you know what I'm saying? But and then Jim Morrison and on and on. I mean, most of these people just come in. We'll be working on a Honda generator, and and the dude at Honda, I can't think of his name, but he tuned in because he was the one that designed it. The energy's on that generator it was a 1963 little Honda generator, and the energy from that, you know, reaches to the other side. And so that dude came in, and he comes in and out when we're talking about Hondas and stuff. So we actually talked to that guy, but it's just like you said, it's weird because we just do it casually every day.
Well,
but you can see there's nothing, you know, when there's nothing evil going on here. It's just we're talking to people that know things on the other side that appreciate our appreciation of what they do. And so they come and they talk to him. Somehow or another, I don't know how he manages.
Well, how I was able to talk to Honda in a case is he actually cared enough for a woman to carry a power source that's all handheld anywhere they go. And he wanted just a regular, any woman to be able to start up their own power source and be able to have power wherever they go. He had heart for that, right? For that individual, that person to have an easy go at lights and anything that they ever need out there in the woods. And he built that. And that was Honda, and he built that generator. That was little small generators. And while we were working on it, I was seeing the details that he put into it. He's put certain types of paint silencer. He puts paint silencer and such like that on the metal frames. And he connected everything to there. So there's a lot of details that he put into this work, even on the filter part. But that's whenever I started tuning in that he was like, hey, you do care about that little detail. Hey, you do care about, well, here, let me tell you this.
Yeah.
You know, let me tell you that.
Yeah, then we could actually talk to him back and forth. Same thing with Rudolph Diesel, and lots of other people Jim Morrison. We've talked to Jim Morrison plenty of times. He's a hoot. The other day he quoted something, and then we were I wanted to put it in a chat room quote, right? And I was like, I'm going to quote you. And it didn't come from him. He's like, man, don't quote me because it came from God. right? But I'm like, well, I'm not going to quote God, dude. I told Jim Morrison, I said, I'm going to say Jim Morrison. And so it's a joke, it's funny, but it's a true story, man. We're not making this up.
We're particles and
we're atoms in an electrical world.
I was trying to remember what I said that day.
That's what you said. We are atoms in an electrical world. That was the quote.
Oh, we're particles in an electrical world, and then I changed it to atoms in an electrical world. Okay, yes, you're right. Yeah.
But anyway,
yeah, an electrical world, the electrical world, the spiritual world. Not
we're material. We're material in the spiritual world. Everyone wants to say it backwards because the police song says we are spirit and material world. No, we are material in the spiritual world. You see that we're just a small part in this whole world.
Mm-hmm. I mean, just a particle in this whole spiritual world that we're in.
Let me ask Arcade. Yeah, Arcade. Yep, it's probably us, buddy. He's saying that he's talked to someone and he's heard this story before. Yeah, because we have a 60-foot burial mound, right? Imagine that. Plus a bunch of smaller ones up on our property up here, and the mounds trail. Yeah, their house. Yep, they did gift, and we don't gift here. We tried, but our you know what our Bigfoot wanted us to bless the land. I'm like, what?
Take care of the
weird,
land.
Right? It's just different, man. These Bigfoots here are different, man. So I was like, because when the popular flower off the poplar tree falls, that's when he knows his birthday is. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, cake. Yeah. I want to do something. And nothing fit. So we went up, sat on the mountain, and we burned tobacco. And now I'm like you guys, everything I've ever done, I'm just going by DNA now because I don't know anything about that. I just know that something is good about it. So we went up there and sat and burned tobacco. And that was the year that everything bloomed and the dragonflies showed, all kinds of magic showed
bushes
up.
We never saw
things it healed the land, and that's one thing that he prefers is basically some Bigfoots know that kind of stuff. And if you go out in the woods, humans can go out and burn tobacco or just be good, just be in the woods and be good, and you bless the woods. So that's kind of the way that
we're gonna have to get with you guys and go with you sometime. Cool. Have a ball.
Well, yeah, and there's one I'm thinking of for you guys though. There's the one I want you guys to investigate is Hot Springs, North Dakota. Hot Springs, North Carolina. Yeah. That campground, they closed it off. Me and my wife and a ghost grabbed her by the boob. But anyway, that place is off that's one of the things.
The energy's crazy.
Yeah, and that's Hot Spring. I thought about that one too for you guys, investigators, because I mean, there's paranormal stuff there.
There's more of that stuff there.
Yeah, I had to go stick his head through my freaking camper, dude. She was laying there sleeping. Yeah. This is you guys getting excited. We're going. Yeah, we're gonna hook up and go to this Hot Spring.
There's a lot of spider works inside the trees too. It was very
how
weird.
Far is Hot Springs?
It's really close. A couple hours from Knoxville.
Because we're taking a trip probably in 1st of October back up to Chatham County, which is 6 hours in. Right.
Yeah, Hot Springs is it's where's Hot Springs there?
Mom's out.
But yeah, it's a couple hours from Knoxville. It's going down there towards going into North Carolina.
Ghost town. Maggie Valley, isn't it close to Maggie Valley up in that area?
Maggie Valley. Yeah, it's back over towards like if you're going 40 out to Bristol, but you turn to go down toward North Carolina, you can go either way. And it's basically, if you continue 75 out instead of going south, it'll be off at exit to the right and down that way. So it's real close. Or you can go take the
Red Point, Knoxville. Let me show them that.
Well, what's the town right there by it? But like I said, it's a lot closer for us guys. It ain't nothing. Paint Rock, over by Paint Rock.
Oh, Paint Rock.
So
I get that confused with Table Rock for some reason.
Hurricane, North Carolina. But
Mountain Fire. Yeah.
But anyway, that's we went to bed. Well, first of all, we were out there by the fire, and a ghost grabbed her by the boob, and she thought it was funny. And she's like, I can't believe it. It felt like a warm hand on her boob. And so I had sage in my truck. Don't know why I had some. So I burned it on the fire. And that kind of helped clean up that boogie doogie. Because I was like, nope, no ghost can be grabbing my wife by the boob. No.
No.
That's not cool.
The oogie boogies. You
Yeah,
get
yeah. The oogie boogies have
We
showed
call it-
up.
we call it, or I call it, the heebie-jeebies.
The heebie-jeebies. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so anyway, so we go to bed, and it's cold. We had a bunch of blankets. I had a little propane heater. I turned it all the way up, and we're sleeping. And I hear, and she's over there, and you guys can relate to this stuff but she's shaking, man. She's shivering. I can almost hear her teeth.
chattering.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
yeah.
And I'm thinking, if she's full enough not to get up and get a blanket, I don't care. I just had that attitude at that moment. Anyway, a little bit later, I woke up and she's still cold. So I was like, I woke her up. She said, "This is Tina." Yes, close to Maggie Valley, North Carolina. Anyway, so she,
Mom's in the-
she just come and chat. Cool. So anyway, she pushed. I woke her up, and she went from this is the what? I was like, "You're freezing." I just listened. You go, "You're freezing cold." She's like, "Huh? No, I'm fine." And I'm like, "Holy crap!" Right? I wish I recorded it because she was freaking cold as crap. She's like, "Oh, what you talking about?" And so I'm like, that was because she was something had possessed her or something, man. Because I mean, I don't know how that happens. You guys have probably heard that one before. That was my first in that one. And yeah, but I'll continue. You can tell me what you think. Because the only other part of that is, so I go to sleep, and this white head comes through the camper where the foot top area coming up where my foot were laying, and I kicked at it like in my dreams, right? This white head come through the camper, and just like a white head whoop, coming through, and I in the spirit world because I was a dream because I didn't actually kick. I mean, I jumped on the blankets. You know how it is when you kick in a dream and you jump. I did that, and but still, I'm like, when you have a dream and you're actually in the camper, you're actually where the dream. That's where I go. I don't know if that was a dream. I think that might be. Something was trying to come in, and so that's down there at Hot Springs. That place is oogie boogie, man. It needs to be investigating. And you guys are the ones that know how to do that stuff.
You
Yeah,
know,
it's
you
Hot
were talking
Springs.
about the dreams. Ever since I've been having to use that machine, when you sleep, CPAP, because I had the AFib
Right.
and all this stuff, and
Right.
it puts you in like a REM sleep, like you're deep in sleep. And I've kicked, and everything seems so real in my dream. I've kicked my wife, run her out of bed. I mean, it was kind of weird. And one night I had a alien like encounter dream. I think I was abducted for a minute, but it's really,
Wow.
your dreams really tell, they're important. So you need to listen to them.
One thing I did hear about abductees is wear some type of metal chain or something like that around you, or copper bracelets and such, something metallic things put around you, because they can't like grab your body or grab your soul or grab the energy or something like that. There was something to that effect, and it helps them out. I forgot who I was talking to with that, but supposedly they brought that up, and I was like, "That's interesting."
Hey, wait.
I'll wear stuff like that all the time, copper and.
Let me tell you about that dream I had.
Yeah.
That guy that visited me that night, spiritual dream.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah,
I was. This is, I don't know, about a year or so ago, because it's just crazy dream. I was dreaming. I was sleeping, and I remember something poking me in the heart, dude, like a knife. I felt it, right? I was asleep, and I felt like if you took this pen, I got a pen right, and I just touched I felt, but it was a sharp knife. I felt it, right? I felt this, and I don't know what happened, but I kicked or whatever. I can't remember, but I next morning was talking to you about it, and then you had seen what happened.
Yeah, I was on the
This
other
is a
side.
cool story, man. Tell me what
It was
happened,
the
man.
same type of dream. It's just a different room.
He was in a different room.
It's just beyond, because he was talking about it, and that's what messed me up. Like, no way that happened.
Next morning, we're
No
both
way
we were in
that
the same
happened.
dream.
Yeah, what I saw was Dad's in a white room. He's in a white room, and in my dream, I was like, felt like something came upon me, like came upon us on the property. Something came on the property, and I'm very strict about it. Something coming on the property, like dogs going for the chickens, such like that. So it felt like a predator or something like that coming onto the property. So I woke up, found Dad. Dad's in the white room, and I saw something that was in the darkness that was sticking something towards Dad. And the first thing I saw was Dad just woke up with the fist straight up to an uppercut to it. And it fell back. And Dad's like looking around, where's this thing at? And I see that thing getting dragged off in the shadows. I'm like, oh, whatever it was, you knocked it out, and it's getting pulled out of here, and its judgment's been done. That's what it felt like. I was like, I couldn't do nothing.
I swear,
it's
dude,
already been done.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, I felt a knife on my heart. Dude. Something was trying to kill me in the spirit world. They actually came with a knife, and I felt that sharp point, dude. And I know something happened, but I felt that point. I still feel it as I talk. I still the energy. They were trying to kill me, man. I don't know if they were going to do it in spirit somehow or another. They were going to stab me, but he had stabbed me. And it was at that time we were working with some people that were doing some weird things. And I think it was them that were doing, we don't know what they were doing, but anyway, I'm so happy that I knocked the hell out of them. And Matt said that they were dragging off that old dude. And I was like, yeah, I won one in the spirit world, right?
It tripped me up because I was like, I was gonna put a hammer on him too because he tried to touch my dad. I was like, I was about ready freaking really
You
tackle
were
this thing because I already know there's a predator.
I come up with the right hook.
and he's already getting drugged up. I'm like, and he took all the fun.
Yeah, I just knocked that dude out.
Just took it all away.
This was
Like,
two
don't
different
wake up my
dreams. I
dad.
mean, he had the same dream you had, but you was in a different room.
He coming, yeah, he
Same night.
same night. The next morning, I was
Yeah,
like, dude, I don't know what happened last night, but I felt this sharp knife against my heart, like something was trying to kill me or something. It was a weird dream, and that's the only parts I had to it. And that's when he was like, dude, he's freaking out. He's like, oh man, I saw that
I
shit.
seen it all. I seen it all.
Yeah,
I saw
that
the other
shit.
part.
You come up with the right hook and knock that dude out, dude. And he said, I was like, where's he at?
It was like
him
Dad's
out. I didn't
spirit
even
just
see him.
popped up with the full punch.
Full punch and boom.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's
And
like,
And we did, hey, that person, they did go dark for a while after that one. I was like, I got him, buddy. I got him. I knew who they were. They went dark.
they
And
went
I was like,
dark
dude,
for
because they had
some
a,
time.
you know why they went dark? Because they had a black freaking eye.
Oh, he
Busted.
did have a black eye.
Hell yeah. That person had a black eye in real life, dude. So
Yeah.
don't screw around, right? You know,
I
you,
don't know
you know,
what.
these people doing this remote viewing and stuff, you know, hey, you better watch it. I mean, we had a friend that was, you know,
That
she
is
was a
true.
medium and she remoted viewed, and she's a good friend, you know, and I wish she would come into the light, but there's a lot of people are seers, but they won't talk. They're still in fear, which means they're on the wrong side of the fence. You got to step out. You got to
Make
step.
it a good trip.
You got to step into the light, people. Everyone's going to step into the light. You choose it now. don't stay in the dark forever. But anyway,
Right.
she remote viewed. I was out in the hot tub, right? I was out in my little hot tub room, and I felt it. I felt someone, and I knew it. I just knew it. It's a knowing, you know. I trust my knowing.
Okay. Yep.
And so I was pissed, you know. I think I used the name of Jesus, whatever. I was like, you know, don't you're bound for this. Don't you ever do that crap. I was pissed because I mean she's a friend of mine. I don't expect if you were going to say I'm going to remote view you, I'd be like, okay, as long as you let me know. You know that was
Yeah,
to me
that'd be
that was a
nice. That helps.
trespass. That was a trespass period.
Mhm.
So she got trespassed. Anyway, I walked in the house. I walked in, and Matt was sitting on the couch, and I said something to him like, dude, I don't know what just fucking happened. And he goes, well, I'm going to say her name. I'll call her Linda. Linda just said, what did she say?
She said, Jim blocked me. Jim blocked me is what she said in the text message and something else. What did she say?
And you know,
Jim
well, won't be talking to you no more, and good,
It was
have a good life,
talking to
or
you.
good talking to you, and never talked to her since.
Yeah.
Never talked to her one time after that. But she violated the, you know, we all have an internal guide. And we follow it. It says you don't do stuff like that. But anyway, she did. And,
Unannounced. And it
But yeah, I came in the
unannounced
house.
in a way where it's like protruding.
But how can you make that stuff? Because I came in the house and he's like, I just got a message from Linda. She's like, you know, your dad blocked me and I'm out and good luck with it and goodbye and whatever. And that was it. We never talked to her a single time. I knew it. I was like, well, girl, you crossed me. You know, you don't do stuff like that. I know these people can remote view. I don't know how to do it, but I know people can do it. But that's the thing is I can feel someone remote view me. I did that night.
At least for that night. Well, or at least with the intentions that she might had for that too. I don't know.
Well,
I mean, she was going through some issues too, and
well,
who knows what
it's
she
a
was
long
looking
story.
for,
We get
but-
in. We can go into that
Yeah.
one forever. Let's talk about
That's how
lost
it-
time.
Oh,
We've had
time.
lost time, and
really?
yeah. That's where, you know,
Mhm.
I was a jolly Bigfoot dancer walking around. Yeah, I love Bigfoot. And then I'm getting harassed by ETs and all this other stuff. So we're really a lot more, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot more going on than, and I never did finish the story up there in Kentucky. There was a 3-toe print the next morning.
That was the 3-toe print. That experience up in Kentucky.
That was 3-toe. Now you got to remember, Dogman's 4. Dogman's got 4 toes. 3-toe would be a reptilian or an ostrich that got loose from a zoo, right? I don't know. A reptilian, a power, well, them birds. I don't know.
Pterodactyls.
So anyway, there's some.
It might have been that ostrich I ordered from California. That
it could have been. He got loose.
Yeah,
they let him in the water.
We must have saw him that day. That night was the
Just
night.
had one of
Yeah,
I was at work and my manager,
Thanks, Jason.
I ordered stuff and I put in, I needed an ostrich and I told him California, they had ostriches and typed it all up in an email and he approved it. And I was like, oh my God. It was crazy. Rusty Campbell, I want to give a shout out to you, my old manager. Thank you for that ostrich.
That's cool.
That's awesome, dude. Oh,
That's funny.
Go ahead.
Okay, I was gonna say we had that lost time at
Kentucky too.
Kentucky. Yeah, that's the thing up there. You know, if you go up there, you can't be just thinking, oh, it's fairies and Bigfoots and everything's friendly. You can't. Not the Kentucky woods. Those I'm a lot more cautious about compared to going down to Coca Creek and
It's
down
like
Georgia.
down there.
I like our
boogers.
area down here. So I like the boogers more than I do the ETs and whatever is running around up there. Kentucky mountains are just full of things I don't know. But so he went out to we got in the camper, was going to sleep, and he had to go pee, and he got out there, and I went quiet for a long time, and I thought, oh my God, the ETs have got him, and I'm like, I ain't going out there. Now I'm done left my son, and the ETs have got him. I go home saying, ETs got my son, so I'm going through my head all this crazy shit, right? But I'm like, you can't go out there because we know what's out here. Me and him are, we're like you guys. We're investigators. We didn't go out in the middle of the woods to eat marshmallows and pies. We were there to investigate. So I'm like, well, they got him because he's gone, and there's nothing you can do till morning to find out what happened. And I would kind of doze off, and I was trying not to fall asleep, but I had this unimaginable, like, I want to sleep, right? You're like, where did that come from? And so I think I dozed a few times, but I don't know if he was going 20 minutes or 30 minutes. I don't know, but he eventually came back in. Now he'll have to tell you what happened on his end.
Yeah, when I was inside the truck sleeping, I got dizzy, claustrophobic, feeling like I got no air to breathe, just like I'm in. So, and they had to go pee all at the same time. Time to get out. I'm like, okay, just get on out. Yeah, it's that mood in the night. It's time to move. So I got up, moved outside, got to the side of the truck, and was taking my leak. And I noticed, dang, this dizziness is not slowing down any. And I'm like really tired. I'm like, oh Lord, am I going down? I was like looking down, like I am going down. Oh
You're gonna
Lord,
tell the whole story, but I'm gonna get in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I finished.
Okay.
And then I went down to the shoulder,
that part yet.
and then I got back up. What are you talking about? What part?
You missed the whole part there.
What?
Okay, so let me fill that. So he's taking the whiz because these guys, now you're going to get real because you're leaving out the part that I know you don't really want to talk about it because it's kind of personal. But he was taking a whiz.
Yeah. Well, go ahead.
I'm going to tell it. He's taking it. Well, I thought
I was getting down to the details of the whole thing, but go for it.
Well, I thought you were already down on the ground.
No, well, I went ahead and skipped forward because I thought you were telling me to go faster. I was like,
No. I want to know. I want the details because this is what's cool. So let me tell this part. Then you get back in. So he's taking a wee, and he's just going down. He don't even have time to finish that. He's trying to finish, shake it off, and store it. You know what I'm saying? On the way to the ground. And I'm like, what? So anyway, now you can go on.
And
I just want to make sure
just right to the. And the truck
he's
is
right
on
beside
the right.
the truck.
I could easily smack the truck, but I was focused not trying to pee on myself on the way down. And then finally got done, put that away. My arm was on the ground, on like the whole length of my arm, because I didn't want to go all the way with my shoulder. And by that time is whenever my eyes like blinked or something like that. and I couldn't touch a truck, of course. I'm already on the ground now. And a flash of light of my eyes inside me went straight up, and then I came back down, and I opened my eyes just like a blink like that. And I'm like, dang gun it. I don't know if my shoulder actually was on the ground. And that's what messed me up, because if my shoulder, my head was just barely touching on the ground, that's enough for me to say I got abducted. I'm like, dang it. I was just right on the very edge.
The finding out. So he got snatched out. He flew out of his body. I guess that's what
My
happens.
spirit probably got out
Sure,
of it
your
before
spirit
my
will
body
fly
got
out.
in trouble. But
Yeah.
when I did get out of the truck, I checked my surroundings with my light, even turn on the light for a second, turn it back off.
We know
I
that's-
made sure my area was
We know
cleared.
that's true because we've talked to chickens where the chicken hawk has taken his head off. A couple of chickens. They've actually walked up and talked to us after they died. We got one right now that's walking around. Actually, the body's in the fridge. It's a different chicken. We haven't talked to. Well, you did. She came and visited us in the garage the other day. But you know that chicken hawk right before God grabs the spirit out of a body before that. They don't let them go through that. I mean, you might experience.
feel
I know a
that
guy that
true
had a
pain.
car wreck and died, but he had to feel some of that pain because of what he was thinking. He needed some of that pain. But an example of that chicken, but before the chicken hawk ripped his head off, the spirit was ripped out of there so fast that never felt it. And in that case, you got popped out, and we don't know. We lost. I don't know. Like I said, it wasn't more than 10, 15, 20 minutes. It was more. At that point, I can't tell you. It was an hour, half an hour, whatever.
And I can't tell you if I was wearing my little necklace or not at that time. I don't remember. Yeah. And that would have helped me to recognize if I got abducted or not. Because if I had the chain on, then maybe they might have not got them to abduct me, which would have been more time possibly. Or if I didn't have it on, it would have been like he did abduct me,
Yeah.
Something like that. So it was
right. But yeah. So that abduction stuff is, like I said, that's real stuff. And
we lost both of
them.
them.
And our Bigfoots, we talked to them and they've had problems. They did 8,002, 8,003 hog elimination from helicopters over in LBL at the beginning of the year. I checked a price with AI. How much did that cost us? It's almost $500 per pig, our taxpayers. And anyway, that's a whole different story. But anyway, they went through and killed all those pigs. I'm trying to remember going with that story. It's kind of a side story, but it wasn't. But anyway, they're
missing time. Bigfoot cut chicken.
Anyway, I got off on that one
because there's a lot of connections, and it's like it does connect. I don't remember.
Hey, Daryl.
Yeah, did he fall in the pee?
Did he fall in the pee?
Did he fall into? Yeah, his head. No, I'm just kidding.
Face first.
Yeah, his face first.
I've done that before, but it wasn't from an out-of-body experience.
Still left in me.
Yeah, right.
Might have been from a little too much alcohol.
Yeah. I've been down there before.
I'll tell you, what's funny is with the experiences of people being abducted from, UFOs or whatever. A lot of researchers are starting to show where it's really similar to, the old tales of people being abducted by fairies. And so, very similar to missing time. Just all kinds of things are so similar about the experiences. And then it comes back to what the guy was talking to you about the metal. Well, fairies don't like iron. You can't have iron on your body at all. So that's why people used to carry iron on them or wear iron bracelets and stuff like that, was to ward off the fairies.
Interesting.
Now that's very interesting. You brought that up because this past time, that area that I came down and was peeing and got supposed abducted or something like that. This time around, there was a fairy thing with the mushrooms in that same
we had
spot.
fairies there.
There was a lot of mushrooms, those type of mushrooms that they told me not to step on. And there was a lot right in that spot where I was peeing that many years ago.
It could have been fairy abduction. I've never heard of such thing.
Never heard that before.
But it could have been because we just got out there and this is, we were just walking through there and they were like, he was telling me they're kind of grumpy because we got to watch it. And he's like, I've never connected to the fairies before. So we're like, that's cool.
Those mushrooms, those white mushrooms, when they go in a ring like that, that's called the fairy portal.
Fairy portal.
It's a
Yeah,
portal.
and there's a lot of them. They have one in our backyard all the
Yep,
time.
yep.
They make
Yep.
they make the
We
they
had
make
a-
the fairy circles out here in our backyard.
We've had some in our front yard.
We had a psychic on. Well, we're good friends with her, Lori Hines. She told me that I had a
Our front
fairy.
yard.
Ah,
Yeah, that's a circle.
Yeah, that's it. That's what we get.
that's what we get.
Yeah, we get
Yep.
circles. Yep.
She told me I had a like a tree. There is a pine tree in the backyard, way in the back.
Carol
You
says
know,
Matt
it's
was
pretty good
being-
long yard.
That
And
probably was, and that's probably why they got mad. Sorry.
there's a few mushrooms that grow back there in a circle. And she told me that was a fairy tree, and she's never seen it before in her life.
Interesting. Well, the fairy tree thing is, one time Matt got he got this box. We're gonna go crazy now. We got this box from this leprechaun. We were
Ah,
listen to this. You know, you got
Leprechaun.
yeah, leprechaun. That's
Yeah,
right. Yeah, because you're talking
leprechaun
about.
came out on
It's,
that.
I want to bring this up because
before the fairies.
this is an interesting thing. We were coming up. I know you guys come in through. If you ever come up through Carnes, you come up through the undercover bridge and you come up to the red light. We're sitting by that red light, and if you look to the right there, there's a
Evergreen tree.
there's a
Cedar tree.
cedar, right? And at that time we've been talking to trees. I was driving, Matt was in the passenger side, so I said, "Hey Matt, what's that? What's that?" We're sitting in a red light. I'm like, "What do you think that? What's that cedar tree got to say?" You know, because we talk to trees just because we're bored, and at that time there was a leprechaun.
Well, he came in as a leprechaun because, dang on it, it was like green looking, and then he just jumped like a ball of green energy right onto the windowsill. And he said, he looked at me, "Take this. This is yours." And it was a box. I'm like, he just pretty much threw it on my lap. I'm like, put my hand, I'm like, okay, I got this box now, Dad, from this leprechaun from the Sador tree.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
got
yeah,
over
yeah.
here
And so
that
we
you
don't
told
know-
me
he
to
don't-
look at. What has that tree got
Yeah.
for me today?
And so
That leprechaun.
he shared that box with some of his psychic friends, you know, and they're like, "Man, stay out of that thing."
A lot of people
You
are
know,
like, it's
but,
like a Joker box. It's a trickster box. I agree. Well, there's a lot of tools.
There's a lot of cool tricks in
I
there.
mean, there's a lot of like lighters. Those are tricksters, you know. I mean, how the heck did I get a fire out of this? You know, that's trickster energy, right?
But he
you
had,
can light a smoke.
But he
you know,
has, we have been on lives and stuff where things were weird. He might be doing it this time where he'll be getting his little box and he puts up mirrors and he's figured out how to use he's a little lower leprechaun now,
yeah,
but he's
taught me
figured
to
out
do
how
that.
to use things in that box, you know. He don't ever talk
Cool.
about it. I just remembered it.
That
Mhm.
bridge in Carnes, is it a 1-lane bridge
Yeah.
that comes out to Oak Ridge Highway?
Right. That's
Yeah.
the
I
one.
drove that road so many times. I used to live up on Edgemore.
Right.
Ah,
Right.
you're, not-
And,
you're
and-
just over the ridge from us.
yeah, you're just over the ridge. But yeah, you come up to that red light, you know there's a waggles on the left, and there's
Yeah.
a church on the right, and right
Yeah.
there, you'll see
There's
that cedar tree.
Cedar
You'll
tree.
see that cedar tree sitting there, and you go, "Yep, that's that one that leprechaun jumped."
I'll have to look for that next time I'm up there.
Right.
Yeah, we're pretty close. We're heading on back. We're up towards Bull Run from there, straight ahead.
Bull Run, I took that road, I don't know how many times.
Right.
Off
right.
Pellissippi through Bull Run. My son
Mhm.
lives up there in, can't think of that, Claxton.
Yeah,
Yep,
Claxton.
that was
That's
the
us.
school I went to.
That's his. Yeah, that's his school. That Claxton. That's got that big giant heap. That big
Stack.
big stack, dude. That's not a boiler. I know you like to think it's a boiler. Drive by. They're gonna take. I think they're taking that building down. A good reason.
The whole.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know how many
TVA,
people
right?
have been put up through that place. There's a lot more spirits in that thing.
I think so. TVA. Or are they connected to?
I don't know.
Or-
TVA.
I think it's TVA. Well, I know that one of my
The bull.
son's, one of his in-laws, I guess you'd call it. He was the
Mhm.
safety manager, and he worked for TVA over there at Bull Run.
Right.
Yeah, they got the steam plant TVA Bull Run stack, but then you got the elementary school. They have their own boiler room stack.
Oh, really? Now I've
Yeah.
watched him play football there at the elementary school. I never did
Yeah.
notice it.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, it's big.
Yeah,
It's
it's
big
tall.
brick, big red brick. It's been there.
Brick
It was.
tall.
I think they built the school around that thing. I believe
That's what
back
it
in the
looks like
day
now.
they had, well, first of all, they used to have a lot of slaves kids doing coal mining
Really?
in Tennessee. Yeah, there's a lot of history that
History of
is no good. That you'd be like, and then that's where you get the black eyed kids, right? A lot of it's probably, I think, because of black eyes, because
Now,
the
there
coal,
was a Bigfoot
working
sighting over
down in
there
them coal
too.
pits. You know,
I
What's
I
that?
remember hearing something about a Bigfoot sighting over in Claxton.
yeah,
But
Mm.
yeah. And
I'm
that's
sorry,
I heard
I know
that.
I'm familiar with the place.
Thank you for saying that, because I forgot about that. I was in elementary school and I heard of that story of a Bigfoot thing going
Well,
on in that
Well, here
area.
I give you a real Bigfoot experience in Claxton. The I don't know if you probably know where Creek Road is. It runs by this creek near us. Anyway, my son was coming home with his buddy, and they were heading towards our house, and they were doing stuff that was going to get them in trouble that night. But what happened was,
My oldest brother.
the guy driving the car would tell you that something drove them off the road and around around and pushed them off the road and around a telephone pole. And he's looking through the window, and it had big giant red eyes, and it was amber dust. Was it amber?
Yeah.
Straight through the window when they did it. And so it freaked him out for years. But at the time, he didn't know it was a Bigfoot that did it. But we've come when he got through talking to Scott, we found out who that was, and that Bigfoot got in big trouble because they're not supposed
Even
to
with
interfere.
his own clan.
Yeah, they're
he got
not
big
supposed
trouble.
to interfere with us humans. You know what I'm saying? They're not. Let things roll. Don't be doing that. But in that case, something bad was either going to happen to you because he was coming here they were partying and they had some kids that had some bad intentions. Something bad was going to happen. But anyway, that's the craziest thing, right? We took us years to put all that story together to figure out what happened that night. But that poor kid, he had nightmares forever until we finally told him what it was, and it was for his good. You know because he, my son was mad at him saying, "Why did you wreck my truck?" And he's like, "Dude, I wasn't even driving. I got pushed, man. And then there's this face in my window, man. I'm like, what the hell?" And they get thrown up on this curb, and there's a telephone pole there, and they don't hit it. Even the guy that came and told it was like, "How in the world did this truck get here?" And we're like, "We don't know," because it was at night when they did it. But his Bigfoot actually moved him off the road and put him and parked the truck so they couldn't go nowhere. Because something that was going to happen in the future that evening. Yeah, right. And that's right here,
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, right. That one just something I was thinking of Bigfoot experience here.
Monkey Woman runs that creek road.
Well, I always tell people, I don't know why. I always
Woman.
tell my kids, Monkey Woman lives up there. And now I'm like, man, as a joke as a kid, I think I might be actually.
I think Dad needs to stop calling things out. He's calling them
I
out.
didn't even know it was true.
Well, that's close to Oak Ridge, and they've been, doing some crazy things up here lately with I know they've been trying to open a portal or open dimensions.
Yep.
Yeah.
So anything could come out of them things. You never know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Arcade has a question about since we've been around Janice Carter, has Matt viewed or seen something to do with the Bigfoot she named Blackie? Yep, we know about Blackie.
Yeah. Oh wow.
You want me to
I
tell
forgot
us
about
already?
this. Yeah, you tell what you remember. Yeah.
Okay, Janice Carter's down in y'all's area. I've got the full audio video, which you can't get her book no more. It's on the YouTube. It's got the full audio.
Yeah.
And like I said, she's been here a few times, and she's down there. She's 50 years of Bigfoot. Anyway, Blackie was a Bigfoot that they knew that raped a girl down there, and that county covered it all up. That girl actually gave birth to that child, and all that stuff, and all got covered. She got put in a psycho hole, all that stuff. But anyway, what Bigfoots do is they breed out negative genes, negative DNA, negative things. Now, Blackie's children, they have, Blackie's doing a whole lot better now, even though, he was outcast. Once he did that, of course, all the other Bigfoots are like, get away from us.
Well, there still are.
Yeah.
It'll take his generation to get him out.
His generation to get him out.
But they give him the respect of like, as long as shoot, we're good.
Right.
But
right.
Yeah, like you're saying, it's
right,
not
right.
as bad
it's,
as the beginning, but it is.
Yeah, but he's had to be ostracized or whatever, and then now his children have been raised kind of with some of the children out here with the families of the Bigfoots we know here. So, or can you? You don't think you'll get that information anywhere else? Yep, gave birth.
She left that
Part out when
Yep.
she told the story. Yes, she did, but she's
Yes,
talked
she
to
gave
us.
birth.
We've had her out here, so yeah, we know
Wow.
her. Yeah, we know James
Mhm.
Carter, and yep.
And
'Cause, I mean-
because that there was a physical birth that took place, that's why the other Bigfoots were like, dude, you did such a mark on that bloodline. We got to stay away from you because you're the beginning of that head of that bloodline. That makes it harder for them. So, like, no, that's why there's a big disdain going on between the Bigfoots with him for what he did.
That's interesting. You know,
Very
I
interesting
wouldn't
for
think
myself.
that the Bigfoot race would have like that kind of hierarchy going with the things going on like that. It's crazy.
Yeah, they're more like Native American tribes. You know what I'm saying? It's really
Well, they do.
just smart stuff, just normal smart things that we should do naturally. That's kind of like the Indians would do.
They still do the Native American messaging where they run across country to tell
Yeah, they still
what
do.
they need to
They still
tell.
keep up
They
the
still
tribes. They still have their
Hmm.
meetings.
run.
They couldn't have. They usually have a big meeting every year in the Smokies, and this year it was different. All I can say.
Yes.
I don't want to say that they.
But
Right,
yeah.
I ain't gonna say where, but they had
It is different.
it's been a very, very weird year for the Bigfoots. They had I know where I was going when I was telling you about those pigs they killed 8,004. They also
Two.
got 18.
And okay. Dang, yeah.
18. No, it's
18.
8,000.
That's what I thought.
I thought it was 1,800.
No, Tim's saying
1,000.
No,
I
you better
thought it
go
was
look it up.
6,000 or something. I
You
thought
look
it was
it up
6,000
and give
too.
me back the information.
Jim, Mama knows.
I know. Well, she's got the
Mama knows
computer, so
best.
she's gonna find out for sure.
Definitely gonna know best here shortly.
Yeah.
But what happened was, I mean, you can look up. I follow a guy named Christopher Jacobs. Now he has a good buddy, a Bigfoot that he talks to on his show all the time. Well, they took that guy, and actually they chopped his leg off, experimented on him to find out how they regenerate and all that kind of stuff. That's what they do, man. When these labs get a hold of these Bigfoots, it's just like party on, man. What can we do with this thing? What can we do with their DNA? What can we do with their blood? I mean, it's disgusting what they do. But anyway, and there was two basically, and so it's been hard. Or the Bigfoot community's been hard hit because they can't. They're always being tracked. It's the ET mix, the bad side of our government. I mean, the ET mix government part. But anyway, that's a mess.
One thing I wanted to get into,
Mhm.
I know we're an hour and 51 minutes, but we got all the time in the world. I wanted to get into that Lost Sea stuff.
Lost Sea. Okay, let's do it. Because man,
Yes.
I would kill me if I don't get that past you, man.
It was 1,802.
Okay, so 1,802. Okay, I overestimated a lot. Okay, Lost Sea, dude. Let's get to it. Let's do this Lost Sea, man. Let's get on.
Not too
Let me
bad.
shoot this Lost Sea. All right, check this out, guys. This is going to blow your mind. Let me
Adds
just.
to the Bigfoot rejuvenation.
That is true too. That's we're just telling you why the government's wanting to figure out why Bigfoots regenerate. Okay, anyway, we're going there. Lost Sea. We were buying scrap batteries up here at the scrapyard up here, Noble's Metals in Oak Ridge, and we were making delivery down in Georgia, and we were down near Coca Creek area, and then we stopped there at that parking lot,
At the Lost Sea.
parking lot. We'd be sitting there, and that's how you started talking to some rangers. There's rangers down there. The military sent rangers down there 30-something years ago. They won't die. They're at this place that we're telling you about. And so we get to talking to those rangers, and there's a whole bunch. It's like down there they experience 5 minutes of total chaos. The Bigfoots go there for vacation. They take their kids before they're 2 weeks old to this place to break them from fear. But anyway, 5 minutes of hell to total peace and quiet for who knows how long, and then bam, it breaks out 5 minutes of hell where these creatures are down there and they'll like rip each other's arms off and stuff, but everything regenerates
and beat each other with it. It's like death and life and rejuvenation. I didn't recognize what's going on. It might be like a death and life and rejuvenation. So you have to kill yourself to rejuvenate yourself with the algae. It's
right.
that type of
feeling
I feel.
So let me give you more specifics, more factual things instead of all of our theories.
Yeah.
Okay.
Theories,
So he had gotten talked to those rangers. Now we know about the rangers. They are actually finally getting together. There's actually two battalions down there. We thought there was only one. And I mean, they thought there was one. One of the guys ran into another one, thought he was dead because he saw himself, and then there was another soldier, and the other soldier like, what the hell? But anyway, long story. They're down there, and that's just a side thing to talk about. There is about 3 miles down underneath Lost Sea. Underneath, I mean, we were just down there a few months ago on the little boat ride. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But about underneath that, there's a cave walk entrance in. Probably, I don't know how many miles that is, but anyway, there.
7 miles cave.
I believe it's. I can't remember. I should say this. I'm ready to give out every information because I'm already considered the most craziest person on earth. I might as well just
Hey,
tell.
if anybody finds it, please let us know. We'll come too.
There's no reason to. There's no reason to spill everything. 'Cause I try to tell everyone, man. I want people to I want these. I keep begging remote viewers, go check it out. Go check it out. I guess they're probably afraid. I don't know why they're afraid. I don't think the government's guarding it. They've got, like I said, they've got 2 platoons down there, and
Two 15-man platoons.
15-man
down
platoon.
there.
They've been down there
And
for
there's a
30-something years.
And there's about like half of them that got half of 15 and half of 15 that died or something happened to them. They don't know what happened to the others, So they did a lot of split offs while they were down there.
Okay, I'm pulling up so I can show you pictures here because we did a little video on it. Let me turn this audio off. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember this. I can't. Okay, is this lady here? She starts talking about, what if I told you there's a lost sea? And she's on it. I just got this the other day, and from this lady here. I'm not going to play that part, but I want to show you the cave. Let me get on it so I can click on it. Okay, click on it here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, so let me get to what's going on. Now, this is Sweetwater here, and the point I'm showing you there is there is a spring, Sweetwater, and it's called. Geez, I researched the crap out of it. I can't think of the name of it. Anyway, they got a building over it, and I believe you go through that building because Scott, as a kid, he can remember they would swim up into a town like on his dad's back, and they would go into a spring, and you got to go into that, and there's a cave that takes you down to that area, right? And the way it works, you can see this bubbler. This is like in a wine, and what happened? Yeah, like in a wine bubbler, it has water in it across here, and what happens is it seals off, and that's what that one lady's talking about. Above and below, you got to go. And so those divers, what they did was they dove and they went up underneath and they came into that area because it's a pure area, that place. So it's got all the algae and it heals anything. It regenerates you from death. It's got everything in that place. And but what happens when they got over, they dropped the rope, dude. They can't go back at this point now, unless someone like Matt or me. Cannon Spring, I think it's a Cannon Spring. You look it up. And they just got a grant for $53,000. And I've been trying to I did a public records request on it. And they're going, I'm like, how are you going to spend $53,000 on a building over a spring? What is it? There's something really smelly about this whole situation as far as, because and they want. I asked them. I wanted to go in and record it. I wanted to get a video of the place. They will not allow cameras in. They will not allow the public in. Cannon Springs, Sweetwater. Check it out. You cannot get in that place. And it's just a building. If you go look at Google Maps, you'll be like, "What is this?" It's just a covered building, dude. It's not even. It's a round building, and it's not even 20 by 20. It's ridiculous. But anyway, inside there's water, and what happens is they got in. Now, if me and Matt go, for example, we'll go through. Hopefully don't drop the rope because you can't find your way back because you come back to this side. Anyway, that's how it physically works. And this is just a little short I did on the other day. Let me turn that back off.
Okay.
But yeah, that's it, man. And if you know anybody that remotes views, tell them to go to remote view it, Daddy. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I mean, I'm not a remote viewer.
Mm-hmm.
You want to say something?
Yeah, one thing I got to add was since our last trip that we did with Chloe down to the Lost Sea, they talked about while we were on the boats, the water level was super low, and they said that the water level rises over 100 feet to 200 feet, 100 feet. I forgot what it was. Maybe 40 feet. 40 feet is what I'm going to call it for right now because I don't want to over exaggerate. And the water level goes up and down, and it does that all the time. They say it's because of a lot of runoff in waters, but it's kind of like reminding me of that bubbler thing. You know, that water bubbles out some air from the algae, bubbles out, and then goes back in.
Mhm.
And they have 4 pumps, water pumps.
You have to be on the bottom
4
side.
big water pumps that they use to pump out all that extra water, or the whole entrance will be completely filled up with water, and you can't even get down there to the boats. That's how much
Wow.
water they have to pump out.
Okay, yeah,
When
they're
you get down
constantly
there,
pumping
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
The Sweetwater utilities probably, they pump that water out.
Well, the thing is that is supposed to be the water that provides most of Sweetwater's water. Dude, I got a pump house bigger than them.
A canyon.
I don't
springs.
even. I'm still like, what is going on, dude? There's something sneaky about all that. Take a look at Google Map. You'll go.
Mhm.
Dude, they got one little power line that runs over to it, and when you look at, because you can go Google pictures and look down. And I'm still like, man, I don't get it, man. There's something wrong. There's something wrong with that. There's nothing's matching up to nothing that.
Yeah, I know.
understand.
Loudon County is a little bigger, and they've got a big old pump house. I mean, it is huge. They've been working on it for years. You
Right.
know where I'm talking about, David. And
Yeah.
you're saying this is a little bitty like shed
Yeah.
pump house?
Yeah,
It's 10 by
it's
10, I guess.
it's
maybe
a
20 by
it's a
10.
circle. Look at Google Earth sometime. It's a circle.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's a circle. It's got a round roof. It's got tiles on it, dude. Tar, just it's warping. It's been there so long, dude. It's not even it's just they've covered it from view, from the public eyes. It's just coverage, man. That's it. I don't even know if they're drawing. The reason I don't know if they draw water because it seems like the government's half against us half the time to keep control of us, but. I mean, that water is probably super healing and probably really good stuff because if it's coming from that place, I mean, that Sweetwater is named for the Indian name Sweetwater.
Sweetwater being
Yeah,
very
I
healing and very good.
I guarantee it ain't the taste. It's sweet water. It's healing water, right?
Wow.
Mhm.
That's interesting. That is.
Mhm. Yeah, it is. It's fascinating. Like I said, I've got emails.
Sweetwater, man. That's 11 miles down the road from me.
Yeah. And all that, it's also called Sweetwater because of the amount of water as well. It's so sweet to easily find it. But there's a lot of.
Arcane says, look like I need to go for a walk back there. This place is legit in my backyard. No joke. See, I'm looking for a way to get there and get back up into that because in the future, I used to run East Tennessee caves forever. That was I ran it for years. And then my business was trading black market caves. If you had a private cave, I would trade your private cave. That was my business. I don't do public caves. I mean, I do, but it's for family and entertainment. I know where some of the best private caves are. That's what I did. And so I'm a big caver. I have all my equipment. I've got all my ropes. I got everything to do everything with. And so, I got a feeling in my future, I'm going to be making a rescue mission into that place. And so
it'll probably rescue me out of it.
Now the story goes how they found the lost sea, that big lake. Where did that the kid come into it? I mean, was it
he was just some kid that found it. I'm with you.
Supposedly came out from come in from the way they built the tunnel. Supposedly came in through that same way.
Yeah, he had some other got in there and found it. But
he took the further route. He kept on going. Then he found water at its highest peak. And then whenever he brought in other people, the water was already going down. And he's like, there ain't no water here. So it took him a couple tries. Then they're like, oh, that kid did found water down here.
Well, that's the thing is, you also got to know that the government knows they've lost 30 men. Where are they at? Where'd they go? I mean, that's somewhere's just documented somewheres. They're there still. They're just now getting back together as basically men because of the experiences they've gone through. Can they ever come back up the surface? I don't know. I don't think they know because they've been down there so long. But the thing is would you want to stay down there where you would never die? So I mean, I feel bad for the guys because they really are in a bad situation.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, they're about 5 extra years in front of me, so it must be about 35 years ago. But
Yeah, right.
I'm starting
By
to remember.
then, yeah, we've been talking
Yeah.
for 5 years almost now, 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, we've been
Yeah.
talking about it for
Yeah.
that long.
Yeah,
So
yeah, we're
about
getting there.
34, 35 going on it, you know?
Yeah. Ain't nothing we've kept. I mean, I'm a blabbermouth, man, and I tell people stuff because I mean, nothing's ever, you know what I'm saying?
No secrets here.
Yeah, my wife says I'm a Gemini. I
Gemini.
talk, dude.
Full
And
of air.
you guys see me come on your chat, and you're like, dude, this is just talks all the dang time.
Even
yeah,
in the chat room, he'll be typing.
Yeah.
He just like,
but I ain't got
things.
no agenda besides truth, man. You know what I'm saying? I believe I want everyone to know everything because we don't need to continue still living in the dark ages.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Seems like this cup I got's endless.
Yeah,
On it.
yeah.
Endless.
Yeah.
It never gets empty.
Yeah, mine's going empty.
Hey, let me show you guys something here. Something I got for you guys right here.
Yeah. Arcane says, what's the winning lottery numbers?
Yeah, right.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, right. That's the thing is I could ask Matt to ask, Scott or George or anybody a question anytime. I've learned, man, I don't ask questions I ain't ready to deal with, dude. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he talks to God, he's talked to Jesus. I mean, there's something I'm just not willing to. I'm like, dude, I just kind of let things come, man.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk that tomato when we run into that tomato. You know what I'm saying?
And that's how I walk in my life too, because
Yeah,
I'm the one that's
be careful
communicating
what
with
you-
these things. So I have to be like, this is natural for me, pretty much. It's just I don't like ask questions that direction of like I try to stay on my path where I need to be.
Do you think it's a gift or do you think it was, or is it a hindrance to you? Is it a gift or a hindrance?
It's natural.
Oh, I think it's
You think you were given that?
Was it given or was it? I say it was just natural. It was just
natural.
everybody was born with it.
Mhm.
It's just
Not
some
trusting it.
gets maybe fluoride might have been a problem.
He
where
never
people-
he was raised on spring water.
straight up spring
He's never
water.
had no fluoride.
Never had.
And he's always been on this. We live on a very rocky place. It's all crystals and
Geodes and crystal.
granite.
That's interesting.
Yeah. We live on caves. We have caverns. We have our own private crystal cave. We have our own private.
Yeah.
We have our own private aquifer.
Yes.
We're the only ones that ever been in it. We're the only ones that know how to get to it. We're the only ones that videotaped it. We're the only ones that actually. Well, we do have it public. We do have public services to people to get access to it.
Access to
we
the
do.
water.
We do make sure that people can get water for
That's
free.
the main thing.
But it does
water.
come from our little private aquifer.
Mhm.
I don't know how big it is. We have never measured the bottom of it, and I keep wanting to go back in and do that. But anyway,
Yeah, me too. It's coming to
so
fall.
we are
it's gonna
just
be
we're
hot
just happen to
temps,
be
nice
we're
water.
happen to be what I call it the Appalachian dragon. It's a male dragon. We're on the male dragon. The Rocky Mountain's a female dragon, and the Appalachian. The reason it's male is very masculine. You got only thing comes out of the Appalachians is stuff like coal, whiskey, tobacco. Stuff like that. You go to California, you get your strawberries. I mean, there's a
Get
total
watermelons.
different people too. Hill people, they're tough people, and that's Appalachian. A lot of people can't do this Appalachian energy. They come here, they can't do it. I'm like, well, that's because you can't do a very tough energy. That is, living on the Appalachian, and the Appalachian people are tough for a good reason because it is not. It's not soft. I mean, I grow potatoes, but I ain't growing no dang cantaloupes. We don't grow no sweets here in Tennessee. You get tobacco.
Yeah.
You
Tobacco
get
grows great.
pumpkins. You
Corn.
get based foods. You get
Salad.
you get masculine
You
stuff
get
here.
pokeberries. You can make pokeberry wine. I was just looking at that.
You get moonshine.
that
You get all the
juices.
masculine stuff out
Yeah.
of too.
Is that pokeberry? Is that those red
Mm-hmm. Yep.
red
yep.
berries? Yeah, I
Red,
ran into
purple
a bunch of
berries,
them
yeah.
yesterday.
Yep. Yeah,
You
they're
eat
good.
about 8 to 10.
Yeah, you can eat about 8
Swallow.
or 10, but you can't chew them because the seed's poisonous. But those are
Well-
they'll poke your immune system. That's how they call them poke.
It's interesting because I was just watched this one video earlier, and this dude was going through all the comments that he had about this poke plant, and he came down to saying that he was eating these stuff. This people was eating the pokeberries and just spit out the seeds, and it done him good like
Yeah.
that, just simple.
I used to make
And then he had
pokeberry
other
wine.
people that had exactly
It's
pokeberry
poison.
wine that
Tastes
pulled
like
out.
shit, but it's good medicine.
A lot of Cherokees used to make pokeberry jam too. and put some sweeteners in there. All you have to do is take out the seeds. As long as you take out all the seeds, the pokeberry jam and the pokeberry wine will be all good.
Okay.
But, yeah,
Here, let me show you this right
yeah,
here.
it's very, very medicinal. It's
No,
really
no,
good for
not that one.
arthritis.
That's not the one.
Hey,
That
that's
was
us.
yeah, that's not the one. I'm gonna get the other one. Well, I'll let you look it up. I was going to, like, when we went live, I was going to put that on so you guys would be like, what are we doing? And then I have some stupid.
Play some other sound in the background, or not. What are they saying?
Okay, here it is. Let's see. I'm trying to find my writing here. Where am I at, Matthew? Let's see.
Barrett.
Okay,
At the
did
top.
that one. That's that one, not that one. Dude, swimming, cool experience. Rock. I got abnormal, abandoned tops. I'm reading my stuff here. Rocks in Kentucky. Lost Sea. That was that information. So, good heart. Here you go, guys.
Mm.
All right, there you go, guys. I'm starting a thing, and it's going to be basically people that they have the official Good Heart channel. You guys have the Good Heart channel. That's why I watch you guys. Good hearted people. And so I made you a little banner there. I just made it. This is not AI produced, by the way. I ran it through software and built this thing. It was not AI produced.
He had to put each thing, it together.
But yeah, I put this together today because, I mean, you guys, there's certain people I watch that just got good heart information. And there's a lot of channels out there. I'm like, dude, you guys are just junk. And so, I wanted to give you the official Good Heart channel award from, I'm just making this shit up, man. But I'm telling you the truth, though. I really appreciate Good Heart because we come, I listen to you guys and you got the people in the chat and it's always good people. And it's always, just appreciate the talk and real people. I like real people having real conversations. And so,
that's amazing, man.
You get that award, dude.
Yes.
We really appreciate that. I know I can speak for David too, but that's what we try to do. We're just down to the earth people and we're trying to find the truth like you are. And we love you and your son, Matt. I mean, you got some great stories. Yes. Love them.
Cool.
I mean,
yeah,
interesting, especially about the lost sea.
No, ain't it? And there's a lot to it and still a lot more to go on that one. And
there's still a lot more questions I'm afraid to even ask about.
Yeah, I mean, we were told we'll have to microdose to get in and get out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the kind of place we're talking about. And I'm not. I mean, I hope someday to find that entry. I'm doing my research, but I'm also following spirit. As as our Bigfoot friends tell us, follow spirit, man. I'm waiting for the right guidance and the right path and the right people. And hopefully get there.
You guys have a podcast?
No, we're not. This is we're kind of we're kind of like you guys. I mean, YouTube is more. It's a hobby. It's entertainment. We enjoyed it. We meet a lot of people. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, we're not monetized. We're not trying to make any money. We're really we got into the Bigfoot. We wanted to document, so we started doing stuff on gifting and our Bigfoot experiences, and that's pretty much it. We don't even, occasionally we might do it live, but we're not like you guys. You guys are structured and organized, and you got your dates set up.
We don't make any money off YouTube. I mean, we're not in it for the money. I especially, we're just in it for the curiosity, I think.
Yeah, and maybe
we do make a little money off Spreaker, our audio. We send the audio to Spreaker, and it does pay us a little bit, but
cool,
just enough to keep the podcast going.
Right. They let you buy more equipment and go to another show and see someone, meet people. That's it. That's what we do. Meet people. We like the paranormal people because you guys are a lot more open and minded about a lot of things. The Bigfoot community, a lot of them, they're still stuck in some ways that they haven't opened their mind to thinking about the ETs. They're like, you guys ain't even, I like the government's even come out and said they're ETs, so we shouldn't be talking about this. But so
if you've noticed, a lot of the Bigfoot researchers that are coming up now are using paranormal equipment.
Yeah.
So that's going to help them a whole lot.
We finally got a Geiger calendar. I can't figure out how to say it.
Hey,
we got a Geiger count.
I don't blame him. He won't tell me.
I built this thing, and we had it.
I saw that the other day
on the show. Yeah, you were on the show.
Yeah, I saw that. It was cool.
Talking talking to people in the chat. It was crazy.
Whoa! Wow!
Holy crap!
That's insane.
Yeah, it was saying people's names in the chat and everything. I mean,
That's
it was
insane. Yeah, I had sent you a picture about those. We built that what do you call a sonic ear. I don't know if you'll need a sonic ear in a house, you know.
Probably not in
But
the house.
we built one. I'd seen you guys. I'm real techie like you guys. I love all this cool stuff, and we build stuff.
Oh, dude, guys, we build the heck out of anything. You
you
put it in
see
front
all
of us, we'll
this, but-
definitely build it. You give us an
That's
idea, we'll
cool.
build it.
Oh, that's the wrong video.
That's a good one, though. You seen shot that chicken?
Let's see. Is this
Hey,
it?
Carl.
No,
Hey,
that's
Carl.
not it.
That's not it.
Matthew, that's not it.
that was the funniest part in that movie.
It was the best
It really
man.
was the best.
Oops! Oh,
part.
Matthew, put that lighter down.
Oops.
Hold on a second.
Smoked too much that night.
Here, let me play my toy. Say, you guys like this?
Oh,
Let's see. I got that one. Yeah, like I said, this one was a setup. It had some dude talking. Here, turn up a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
You see, Greg, when you yell at a dog, his tail will go between his legs and cover his genitals. His ears will go down. The dog is very easy to break. Cats make it work for their affection. They don't sell out the way dogs do.
Okay. Yeah, that was our setup, man. We were going to punk you guys, but
Cool.
That's good.
then I thought about putting this one on, like when you went live, and you'd be like, "Are you guys at home or at the lake?" Yeah, we're ready.
We're at the lake.
We're ready. What do you
We're about
got?
to go snorkel.
We're gonna go snorkel.
Oh shit.
See, here's 9 abandoned tarps, man. We found 9 abandoned because they had actually.
Is that your truck?
Yeah,
That was
my
the old truck. That's the that was
That's
the night.
still-
That was
That's
that was
badass.
That
that's
truck,
his Datsun. That's his
that
old
truck-
Datsun. Yeah,
that truck came from
we got.
not came from was in with us down in Coca Creek,
He'd been through it.
and we went through that ordeal that we told you already about.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was here in Kentucky too, and we went camping. No, we took your car for that camping trip in Kentucky that time.
But it
period.
says
But
right
yeah.
there, United States, U.S. You can't read it. No, that says
Oh,
USA. Okay,
that's
this
the old
is old
sticker.
truck.
Then we-
Yeah, our new one is the United
USAF.
States Sasquatch Force, USSF or whatever. That's our new label. We're just joking around with it, of course. But yeah, this was.
Yeah, it was US.
So which one is this?
We had
This
to
is abandoned
repaint it,
tar. I'm
that's
just
what
go
we
straight
did.
and show you the pictures, dude. We go out there to do our gifting, and we find these tarps, man, abandoned throughout the woods. And there's 9 of them. I got like 20, 30,000 views on this video because it is crazy. We found one stuffed in a tree, right?
Mhm.
And yeah. I mean, and it's all different types, all different shapes,
Every
all
single one
different
of them.
stores. It wasn't like 9 Boy Scouts got lost in the woods. It's like these were I believe, and we talked to one of our friends, and she's a medium, and she said basically they're dropping mutants out of helicopters. These tarps, every one of them have peeky holes in them. Every one of them
Every
had a
one.
hole in them, dude,
And a
right in the
small
center.
tear.
Like something was trying to peek out of it, but we found this guy, and I believe that's what's going on because I'll show you. I think we got them all laid out here.
Yeah,
there
there
they
it
are
is.
there. But yeah, I mean, this is some weird stuff, dude. That's in those Kentucky woods, right?
Huh.
Way back there. There's a picture of it there. Let me pause it.
Yeah,
That's
every
weird.
one.
Yeah,
Different.
see, every type, different size, different color. None of them were strapped down. None of them were used for. I don't know how in the world. I still can't figure out what in the world.
And they had a hole in the middle of them.
Yeah, I got like a peeky hole in it,
I don't
like
know if
something
it's-
was being
yeah.
carried inside of it as bags, and these were.
It's like it's either in the middle or on one of the close corners
Mhm.
of the tarp.
Mhm.
But yeah,
That's weird.
yeah. Let's see.
We're
And
gonna
then
have
like
to
this.
go with you guys sometime. I mean,
Yeah, well, like I said, we're
worth it.
close by, and then we run down to Coca Creek all the time. That's one of our
oh, they
favorite.
like this.
So
one.
this one here, the park rangers removed this one. See this tree? It's upside down. See it's forked in the ground.
Oh shit. Yeah.
It was
yeah.
completely removed when we came back.
Yeah, they went back and we talked to the park rangers because they're kind of funny. They just smile and laugh at us. They told us, man, yeah, dudes like I don't know how many trees he said he had to remove that day.
It was 17. I don't want to over exaggerate, but on one trail, 17 trees they had to fix.
But yeah,
I think it was like 27
they
or something.
poked. You can see that they poked that into the trail. The Bigfoot did, and the root balls up in the air, right? And so the park rangers, we talked to them. This is up at Big Ridge. This is my relatives, all right, right? You know, my relatives live right around that corner. Where you guys know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, they also have that big bridge at the Big Ridge. They got moved sideways. They said it flooded, and I'm laughing at them. Even the park rangers were looking at me laughing because they knew that I knew. I was like, okay, so the river moved it sideways when it flooded. They know it's got three telephone pole supports, the length of it. Right? Imagine how heavy that is.
And it was fresh.
Yeah.
Fresh telephone poles. It was, guys, must have been soaking wet type of deal. It shouldn't even float, right? Not in my understanding.
Yeah. Let's see. This right here was a slug. Now Matthew had shot. We were shooting, and we put a slug in a tree.
And I was just checking the tree.
And it wasn't no big deal, but
I wanted to let it out of the tree just for the fun part of it.
Yeah, but he goes and he looks in the hole. Well, is this the first time you looked in the hole?
I don't know. We'll see.
It's his cat down below.
The first, no, this wasn't the first. I think this is the one with the nut.
Okay.
Yeah,
this was the nut. Yeah, see that little tiny nut. The first time he went, and
the very first time.
He wanted to go. He seen the hole in the tree, so he went to go get his piece of lug out, and there was a Phillips screw screwed into it, stainless steel,
all the way
into it. So he took his knife. He carries a big long knife. He took his knife out and with pressure was able to remove that stainless screw. Somehow or another, something put a stainless screw. And then he goes back and he happens to be looking again. And like you said, there's a little nut. The thing is, what's really neat is that little nut. We don't even know what kind it is, but it was also found in his chair in the garage.
By my foot or
By
in my
his
chair.
foot.
You're right.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was
yeah.
in the chair.
Right. I mean, what?
Like a squirrel jumped on my chair and put that nut on it. After so many years, I've never had a nut
I don't even
put
know
on
what
my
kind of nut it
chair.
is. But I think talking to our Bigfoots,
Still
the
today,
warning was
just
that
has that
we were
warning.
shooting towards their children, their seeds. And that was kind of the message they told us eventually was that, yeah, you were shooting towards our
seeds.
children. And so don't shoot that way because him and his buddy just mowed trees down with some of the equipment they go up there.
What in the world made that hole? What chamber?
It was a slug,
a slug
that we had shot.
Okay.
Yeah, it started off, we were shooting into an area. And then, like I said, Matt went to get the lead out and someone put a screw in it. Actually drilled a screw into it. And we were up here in the booties, man. Who would be walking through the woods, pulling a piece of lead out and installing a screw? Who would do that? A Phillips screw.
Yeah. And then there was another time, I think it was in between this time, the screw time period and the nut time period where there was a rubber washer, sink washer that was
It's a black
pushed
washer
into
that's
that
pushing
hole
this thing
solid.
in. Right.
Yeah. So there was 3 items that I pulled out of that hole.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And all I was doing just looking at it and something else happened. I'm like, dang, gun it. You know?
Yeah, we had what we used to do is go up there and do paper and see, like, for example, you know, we would put down a piece of paper, and this paper, it had sticks all around it, and it folded the paper. It actually put the sticks back over it, folded the paper, you know, so we were getting messages at the time before he started talking to them. But see, they had folded this. What animal in the woods folds it, right? They had folded it like that and put it back underneath the sticks, like we had found. For example, this is just one. There's many of them.
Maybe it was too tall.
That's exactly what we got. They're
That's
short.
what we were thinking too.
That's the message we got. It was they're not tall. They're not that big. They're short.
That big, they're shorter.
So that was the message we got from that. Let's see. Like, see, there's the way it was set up, and that's the way it was. Boom, you can fold it, put it back on. Yeah, see, it came back. When we went back up, it looked like that. It started off like
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was before and after. And then, and like this one here was really cool. See that little teeny rock on there? They had put a little teeny rock. That was down in Coca Creek, by the way. We had took a picture, and then there was a second picture that they put a little teeny rock on it. And they took the apples. It was kind of like the potatoes, right? Isn't that cool? Like,
with the little rock.
Yeah, there's a picture of it, rock that was on that.
I was
thing.
about to throw that on the ground, but then I was like, Dad,
Look at this little rock.
there is a little rock on this shell.
Yeah, and I got the before and after pictures, right? luckily, he
You
saw
can
it.
easily say maybe a squirrel with a rock on its foot and then it just placed it there. But I'm like, guys, the apples got tooken. The apples were nowhere around. It's
Yeah.
gone.
And see, there's the before and after. So they took the apples and they left the rock. So we document before and after, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And
And that was the greatest gift we
that's the
ever given.
greatest gift we ever given. But we'll have to tell you that one.
Maker's Mark.
Yes. Yeah, we were
Right.
given a bottle of Maker's Mark. That was actually used for a Bigfoot
Grandma
mom.
gave us that rock,
Yeah.
but Maker's Mark,
That bottle was
bourbon
left for us in
was
Kentucky.
the gift.
And that was basically that, but it was used for a Bigfoot and her baby, and she put it on his chest, and she also used it for nausea. So that was, but that was what was left over. That was a gift for colic. Yeah, Bigfoots have colic. It was for that, but that was a big gift. Trying to just go through some of these, and let's see. Okay, there's that tree. Showing you somewhere cool. So this right here, this is up here. This was yellow. They got a yellow jacket with a little tool, right? The Bigfoots did. Here's the yellow jacket nest, and see, I videotape it before I ever pick anything up. I'm showing you, but this thing was sitting there. This is how we found it. I never even picked it up. You know, before I even pick it up, I got the recorder out. But there's yellow nest everywhere, and so I'm like, pick this thing up, and it's got a point. I'm like, check this out, and it's muddy. It's been used for digging, and it's hard, and you can dig. You know, Matthew was hearing something as we were putting up a trail cam over there, I think.
Yeah.
But
and
so-
then you see how big it was? It was for a big hand. Look at how big it is for Dad's hand.
Yeah.
It's for a big hand.
but they
For
were
a little picker.
They'll sit there and pick out every single yellow jacket. They'll eat every one of them.
And I checked it to see if it would fit inside of a yellow jacket hole for a larvae. And it works perfectly to put in and pull out anything that was there.
So we,
It is exactly that size.
but it's not the first time we found tools up there. Now this is
No.
recorded down there in Coker
We
Creek.
had 3
You might have turned the
other
volume on.
tools.
This is recorded down there at Coker Creek. What you're seeing here is the crickets and all that, right? And then what you're going to see is when that thing yells, everything goes quiet. As far as the crickets, you can see it visually. That's what I love about this recording I got down there at Coker Creek. Okay, so that was before. Let me pause that. That was before I had my sonic ear that I got now, but that was just a recording I got from that. I got the same recorder that David's got. I got that same one. Like I said, I've found me a shotgun mic and I'm running it off of it now. I love it, man. They recorded the other night up in Kentucky. It got the whole. I got 10 hours recording. It's a great little mic.
Are they still there?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay, just want to clarify. Cool.
And but if you were able to see farther to the right, you'll see that the sound slowly comes. It cut off the crickets, right? I've never seen it like that, but it cut the crickets off. And then, like I said, if you see the whole slide, you'll see that it does come back. They like, dude, I don't know what that was. Even the bugs, like, man, I'm cooling out. That's that tree that they arched that we were telling you about, which blew our minds, man. That was really exciting.
And then we came back and the
park rangers cut it down because they don't want anybody to see anything cool.
Did that.
Yeah.
Possible. And when they did cut it, that log was still, that tree was still hard on that one log I was standing on
Here's
there in that video.
I think we got the picture of us when we came home. there's an arch on the drive. But yeah, that's me. That's him shaking it up there, just showing you where it's touching the drive.
How solid it is. That's me shaking it, trying to pick it up.
You know, it's supernatural because it's going to bend a tree,
I checked it again when I got to.
You guys are saying no tree. You know, we couldn't even make that stuff. So this was that
screw.
That's a picture of that screw that we took out.
I just put it inside the hole, kind of just hand tight,
right.
but it was all the way in.
Yeah, he looked in the hole and he finds a nut later on. And okay, I'm gonna. Okay, so let me go through.
That was later on.
All right, that was the bullet hole. We looked at that a second ago. Found the nut in the hole.
Oh, then
Then they found the washer. It's got a picture of the washer. Then then he found they'd stuck the washer in the hole. So it's kind of it's a form of communication, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, the turkey and the squirrel will never be together, but they can play together. And the Bigfoot and humans, I don't think will ever be together, but they can play together. It's just play. What else is there? What else what can two races of beings do besides play? That's the way I see it. Let's see here. Moving forward. Okay, this was him and his this thing. They folded the sun out, man. They found it that was the sun picture, and they folded the sun. And they definitely are night people. But yeah, they had one night, man, and no rain, man. That was a perfect clean piece of paper.
That's interesting.
And they mutilated the whole crap out of it. It's got holes in it and everything, and folded the sun after just a brand new, crisp, clean paper that I'd made a drawing and put out.
Yeah, and it's interesting because I'm like, that doesn't look like a Bigfoot drawing. I think you did distinctively try to draw it like a human face, then put a lot of hair on it. And they communicated with that one more than the other pictures of printed Bigfoots that Dad put out.
I put the tripod on it because that area up there has tridents. Tridents. I ain't never seen a place got more tridents.
Trident trees.
It's the only place I know of. I don't know of any place. So it's probably got to do with people from, I want to say Atlantic, maybe. I don't know.
Poseidon,
up in Kentucky,
Atlantis,
Poseidon or something. Yeah.
Water World.
Mm-hmm.
Something. I don't know.
So that's how the picture how it was drawn and left, and then that's how we found it the next morning. But yeah, right. I mean, we enjoyed it. I think this is what people like. People love seeing this crazy stuff because it's crazy. He's sitting down and he smells it. And here, you want to play this part? Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
We're laughing because he says it smells like wet
That
dog.
smells funny, dude. It smells like. What is it? It smells funny? It does smell funny.
Wet dog. Smell that right there. Wet dog.
Wet dog. Yeah, fucking wet dog, dude.
Wet dog.
Huh.
Once I smelt that corner up here, it smells like a wet dog.
How
How does it smell like a wet dog, right? We couldn't figure that one out. We were brain so blown back then. That was
man.
Wet dog right
We need
there.
to try that.
That thing smells like Peppa Jean's dog right there.
okay. Turn that baby.
Doesn't he?
Yeah, we still have it in a Ziploc bag. If anybody wants to sniff it, you know what I'm saying?
You should try to get some DNA off of it.
There's where that Bigfoot brought our pan back right there. That's a picture of it right there. And I'll also show you the video, but that was the pan. I walked over this way, turned around. Matt was sitting in that chair, and holy shit, I said, I just knew it in my head. I said, I bet they brought it back. And I don't, I'm not like Matt. I don't even freaking know how that works, but I believe that I just knew it. I was like, I bet they brought it back. And it was immediately I turned to the side, and there his mom's she's getting stuff pictures here. Let's see here. You want to show them that real quick?
Yeah. I want to, yeah.
Go real quick.
Here. We got it in the bag.
Yeah, man.
It's pretty cool.
Still folded.
Still folded.
It was.
But that was a very clean piece of paper, dude. They're rough. They're rough. Them suckers are rough. They rough it up.
They roughed it up. It's all brown. You can see. Well, I don't know if you can see it on paper.
What's going on here?
When you leave that stuff there like that, do you stay the night in the area?
Yeah. That's what we do. Is we hike. We go into. We come into Stearns. We go out. And we're in Kentucky. We sleep in Kentucky because we hike down into Tennessee because they closed that road off because they had so many problems. There's one old dude that whatever was out there wouldn't let him out of his truck for 3 days. And so Tennessee's closed that side for good reason. People were getting in trouble. And so we hike into Tennessee, into deeper into our place that we found where these trees were all growing bold, and the electromagnetic stuff in your camera, you'll be recording and you'll get this vibration like in video. And so that's how we found this place. And then it's got a bunch of burial mounds. And so that's where we burn tobacco. And then then we hike back to Kentucky. It's about a mile or so. It ain't too far out. And then we hike back to Kentucky. We spend the night, and the next morning we hike back out, and we, document what happened. And then a lot of times we haul home. That's the last time they threw rocks at me all night long. So I got absolutely no sleep. And I told Tina we might be there 1 or 2 nights, but we were there one night. That was it. I'm done. I spent a whole night, having rocks thrown at me, which I enjoyed, but can't complain about that. We lost a spot. Let's see. So you had that guy there. Almost through with this. I just thought this has got a lot of stuff so the GoPan came back, and the video camera. Let's see. That was the trail cam there. And see, it had the, I don't remember this. Yeah, see, there's some specks in there. But it had pine needles. I don't think they're in this picture at this time. I already cleaned them out when they got them back over here. But it had little teeny pine needles that we knew. And like I said, I've got, I'm like you guys. I have to document everything. Look, there's nothing above us. Right. So you know how it is. You got to document everything, because these things, that's all you got is, what you can do with your camera. See, this is the last video on trail cam when we got back. And this is playing at regular speed. See, I mean, I changed the contrast. I thought maybe I'd find hair, maybe a hand that touched it. But you could see that all the other videos are perfect. There's 50, I think it said 56 videos, and 55 were perfect. And this is number 56. It's a color camera. It's a beautiful camera, but there's no, I think I play slow speed. It says
it black and white.
Yeah. It's just black and white. And did it play it slow, or was that it?
Oh, that was it.
Oh, that was it. Okay.
That was
but yeah, that was it. I mean, it was it's just black and white. It's, I mean, and I thought with contrasting the crap out of it, I paused it. Let me just kind of play it. I'll just stop right there. But I thought contrasting, I'll be able to find hair, because something handled it, right? That's what I was looking for. Maybe a sign of hair, but you could see.
Or a bear's mouth. We've had a
yeah. We had a trail cam. Yeah, I have a video of a trail cam chewing on a bear cam. We actually got it back. Matt followed it.
That was a trip.
He says, I know that bear went straight up that mountain, and he went straight up that mountain. He found our trail cam, and where the bears chewed on it.
He went straight up.
We still using that. Still one of our favorite trail cams. Is that tough? But yeah, you could see the. I mean, I paused it, but see, it's like digital. I don't even know.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Ain't that weird? It's not normal, man. It's not a hand. It's not. I'm pausing it just so you can, because we are totally confused. I don't know how it's even, it's got the time, and that wasn't the right time. It was about 9 or 10 o'clock that night. Well, because I could see I used it as a security camera. We put them out on our sites, when we're out on our trail sites. Mm-hmm. And when we camp somewhere, we put the camera on our camper and our equipment, so that if we go somewhere, we know what's going on.
We put the IRF light towards the campsite to try to deter them from coming into the campsite. Is what we were thinking at the time, because we were thinking they're predators at the time too, because we're going back.
Well, there is predators out there, so you guys you might as well plan on. There is things out there that
there is.
ETs and other things. There is nasty things in the woods,
and Bigfoot might be one of those that are trying to get you not abducted and try to chase you away from the scenarios. Sometimes something like that could happen.
My cat.
Cool, man. You got a lot of people showing up. Just checking out your chat, Warren.
Full rocking chat, man. This is awesome.
Cool.
A brother and sister cat, and this one's name's Jasper, and he loves the camera.
Hey, I did.
Awesome.
Yeah, this is a cool. I did a what do you call it? When you own the cats, I did I don't even know the word for it. What do you call it, Swiss? But
No, I'm trying to figure out what you're saying.
decode,
A decode.
or whatever you call it on cats. You got to check out that video, dude. They got the slitted eyes, you know.
Mhm.
And you'd be like, dude, these things are ETs, man, little Egyptian things, right? It's joking, funny, because I know it's cat. I mean, I'm not nothing against cats. I love cats, but
Lions.
it's funny.
Yeah, lions, they don't got the slit eyes, but they do. Domesticated cats that we have, they have slit eyes. Mountain lions, they don't have slit eyes.
They're just like the snake. They love to eat mice, and they love to eat. And they hiss.
They hiss
like a snake.
You know?
Egyptian modified.
Egyptian snake.
You know, they did a study on cats, and they said that they're the most I don't know how I would say it. Their makeup is like perfect. They're the way they're like the perfect animal.
Right. Yeah. Well,
Wow.
I kind of believe the bees and the cats are Egyptian tools. I mean, Egyptian inventions is what I call them. People laugh at me, but like for example, the bees, that's the mind, the hive mind. You know, that's kind of the experiment that they want for humans, right? You know what I'm saying? Hive mind type of crap. So you kind of think, a lot of people say, well, honeybees, well, I'm just telling you, I just think that's one of their experiments. And the cat being another Egyptian experiment. But I've got, I got a lot of more information on that, but
I'm trying to remember it too.
no, you ain't got to go through it right now.
Yeah,
There's stuff
there's a
in
lot of
your head
good
right
stuff.
there.
There's a lot of good
But
stuff.
I feel
right
good
there.
because we got to cover some of the main thing is, man, I need to hit that. Almost forgot not cover the Fountain of Youth down there, because I'm telling you, you guys are right by that place, and there's hopefully in a few years we open up some more information on that.
I've been in there, on the tour, and went to the boat ride and things, but never knew that there was something way deeper.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's exactly the way we are. We're
I didn't know
mystified.
at the time too. Yeah,
and I'd love to get in there and get come back with a vial, or what do you call it, test tube, right?
Yeah.
Of some of that algae, right? Come back and say, here. I'll be walking. Everybody think I'm Jesus, man. Here, come here. I'm gonna put a dot on your forehead, dude. You're healed, man.
You're across.
I'm gonna be charging $19.95 per drop, dude.
Benny Hinn.
You're healed.
You are.
You seen Benny Hinn, right?
Who?
The TKB, Benny Hinn.
Yeah,
Where he
TKB.
hits people on top of the head and says,
Yeah.
"You're healed, brother."
I'll be healed.
He prays over this rag. And he sends it to you for like $50, and you're healed.
Right. That's right. You guys remember this conversation for like 10 years from now. You go, dude, if TKB selling that snake oil, I want some. I'm guaranteeing it's good stuff.
Already 130. They're still going.
He's TKB's 160 and he's still selling that stuff.
He definitely found
You
it.
might get to cash out your life insurance policy at 120.
Mm-hmm.
Might get the full expectancy of what you're supposed to be given.
Well, guys, it's been fun. I mean,
man, it was. I'm excited to talk to you
almost
guys.
3 hours, and we could do a whole lot more.
Right.
But I got to work in the morning.
Yeah, well, I'm like you guys. I ain't got to work anymore, but I definitely have.
I wished I didn't have to work in the morning.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, tomorrow's Sunday. Oh, dang.
Well, I turned 60, and I got a letter in the mail from our government. You guys are going to be, I don't know if anybody told you this stuff, but when you get 60, you get a letter, and it says you have paid in for 30 freaking years, all this money, and now you're going to get $12 a month for the rest of your life. And I'm like, really? This is freaking just breaking news for me, buddy. No, I'm just kidding.
I can give me an extra.
One
pack
time the
of
government
cereals.
remembered me. No, I mean, luckily I do get a little bit more than $12 a month, but at least it's when you get 62, so I'm like, well, that's cool, because I mean, we just live out in the woods. We have used cars. We have, we're not, dude, we ain't got no money. We grow pumpkins and try to feed our chickens. I mean, we're not even city people. We're totally hillbillies.
Yeah. I like my tobacco.
Before we sold our chickens, before we sold all of our chickens, we used to give them pumpkins, and it's pretty cool. I didn't know that they did this, but you could like mark off a little face, and they'll sit there and peck eyes and stuff, and they'll actually they'll actually make you a jack-o'-lantern.
Ah, that's pretty cool.
Oh, that's
So if
awesome.
you take it, you scratch it into the sides like round circles and all that. They'll peck where you scratched it and peck all the way through and actually make a jack-o'-lantern.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Well, we picked up a bunch of tobacco worms today. We went down into his tobacco
Oh,
patch.
man.
Yeah, in a big
Yeah,
giant worms.
they're
dude.
about that
these guys are
big.
huge.
Yeah, I've
Huge.
cut a few tobacco stems in my life,
Uh-huh.
and them worms, man, are wild.
Ain't they something? Big old horn there. Big old
Yeah.
horn worms, man. They're huge. I mean, that big as my finger, man. These things are
Thickness
big.
of his finger.
I
He
think
used
So
they
we-
like that sweetness of the tobacco. You know how it's sticky when you harvest it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Spirit.
Gosh.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
he had he got a big old, he had a piece of plastic, whatever. He loaded it down with worms. So we took it off, set it down. The chickens were like, what is this, you know? And they'd come in, peck one, peck another one. Oh, run off with that one or chase that chicken. But yeah, we had a tobacco
yeah.
worm chicken party today. You know, we
Basketball court with
basketball
the
court,
caterpillar.
man, full action, dude. We,
Tobacco caterpillar.
yeah, you know, people watching TV, they don't even know what life. They don't even know how how good it gets out here in the country, man. Until you have chicken on some
On some
tobacco
good old
worms, man.
worms.
You ain't. We're
Yeah,
living
some-
out here.
Yeah.
yeah.
Chickens are happy. They're having a heck of a party.
Yeah.
Fake dinner for chickens.
Yeah.
It's it.
Well, thanks for suggesting. Anybody out there, go to their page, man.
Yeah, for
I mean, they have. I mean, it was so easy. I just went in there, and they got a great website. They got a great. I'm gonna put up your promotion, man. Where did he go?
We're supposed to be putting up your stuff, but you're putting up.
Oh
ours.
no, man! We I don't see what I'm saying. We're not promoting. We're not even into promoting our
Yeah,
stuff. That's
yeah.
all right. I mean, people. We got Mahara there. She's our fan. She loves us, so we're good
She's
to
a
go,
rock
man. We
star.
got
Yeah.
we got one person loves us. We're like happy.
Hey,
as
we're
crap.
happy with that one person. We
But,
prefer that one.
But yeah, everybody go to paranormal411.org, man. I'm telling you, they got you
100%.
just, and if you want to be on the show, just go in there and you can find a little link and you can put in your name and pick a date. I picked a date like way out in the boonies. I was like, all right, you know, we'll go talk to them. But I'm in a hurry to go on the YouTube set, right? You know how that is. And
It
so
was springtime at the time. I
and
think.
they're a TK officially Good Heart channel. They care about
Awesome.
people. They talk to the people. They recognize people. They give you the floor to talk. I mean, great guys. I just, you know, like I said, I can't say enough. I
Yes.
appreciate you guys. And they're from East Tennessee. It don't get no better than people from East Tennessee. So that's just the way
Yes.
it is.
You guys
Yes.
are awesome.
Yeah, thank you guys. We
Yeah,
really
Thank
appreciate it.
you.
And if y'all want to share some more stuff, you know, go ahead.
I'm
and
sure
go
they
with
got
it.
a lot more stuff to share.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. What we'll do is I'm gonna come back on your page and give us a few months to cook up another cocktail of information.
Okay.
And we'll come
Maybe
in.
we can get together before then and go somewhere and investigate together.
Yeah,
That'd be fun too.
yeah. Like I said, there is we're as this heat. If we get over this heat here, you know, maybe coming up this fall, some of our adventures. We'll see where you guys are at and what you're doing. See if we can
Yeah.
cross paths somewhere.
I think I could walk a mile from Tennessee to Kentucky or Kentucky to Tennessee. I think I could do that.
Yeah. It's a good
Yeah,
hike,
it's
man. It's
simple
easy to
hike.
drive.
Just straight
Yeah,
on.
it's
It's the
a
old
good hike.
Tennessee road, so it's not too hard. Shouldn't
No,
be
ain't
too
too bad.
difficult to
Yeah.
walk on.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But yeah, that's a fun adventure, man. Yeah, that'd be a fun investigation. If you guys
Yeah.
like rocks.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got a funny story when we went to the tramping ground in North Carolina.
Right.
Man, it's the first time that I've been I know David hadn't been camping in a while too, but
Yeah, I was
probably 30, 40 years since I've been
a young
camping.
man. Yeah, young man since I've been camping.
Woke up that next morning. We stayed 2 nights, right?
Right.
On that second night, I woke up and I was hurting, back hurting.
Yeah.
Oh,
Camping.
no, it was hotter than hell there too.
Yes.
Yeah.
but-
Yeah.
Hopefully in the fall we can,
Yeah.
get a little better.
Yeah, it's rough. I mean, we went up there one night and I got triggers around my ankles. Yeah.
Mhm.
People don't know what we do to get some video. They don't know, man. We go through a lot of hell. No sleep. Spent the
Uh-huh.
night, man. I mean, it was you know, it's rough. I mean, we last time we went up there. We didn't have a sheet. It was hot. Maybe got ate up by mosquitoes that time.
Yeah.
Then down there in Coca Creek, man, you got to watch out for them snakes. Dude, Matthews had them run around his legs and stuff. Oh my God.
But I didn't like that year because even at the house, I kicked a dang snake on the backside of the garage around my ankles. I was like, oh gosh, get me away from these snakes.
Was that the same place you had the snake pillow?
No, that was here in our yard.
Okay.
Where you had the snake pillows right down here. And this right here is just that I was telling you about the rocks in Kentucky. This was the camera I used. I just showing my evidence. I had five batteries. Luckily, I didn't go to bed without it. And then I had I showed where I got 40 gigabytes on all the files. And this is me. I got window view all around me, Dan. And how is this thing making these noises and hit me? Right? Get ready to play the sound here in a second. So, I mean, this is just, let's see. That's me talking with a red light. And here's some sound right here. This is just listen to this. 2 minutes of 7 hours of video. I'll play this for you. You turn it up.
Yeah.
You
got to turn your thing on.
Oh, okay. That's right. Ready? All right. Me laughing.
Bigfooting is serious business, people.
Was that rocks?
Yeah, that's me laying in there with that camera recording. This is just some samples of, the rocks they were hitting with me that night. And you can see visually there. You can hear them roll too, but there was no rocks next morning.
Crazy.
Sometimes it sounded like it was hailing. Listen to that.
Yeah.
It's that metal camper top and that blue truck you saw.
They're just curious, aren't they? They're just like,
No, they're like, let's keep him up all night.
Yeah. That's what they did. And I'm like, well, I'm here investigating. You guys are giving me 7 hours of evidence, so thank you. So we're working a deal out. You harass me, and I get evidence. So cool. I prove you exist, and you aggravate me for it. But you can see we got some rock and roll. I mean, they woke me up, and I'd be like, I thought it was hailing one time, but I look out my window. There's no hail. That's how much it kind of. You can see it's coming up right here. There's a couple more beats here, right there. I mean, they were hitting my sonic ear. I've got recordings of it too. Hear that roll?
yeah.
Well, you hear them freaking roll. So the next morning, I got evidence, right? You guys swear by it. I swear by it. There's nothing. I'll show you. That's me snoring.
You think that they come and pick them up once they're done?
Well, how could they have to come by? But I'm laying there and looking around. Right? They don't make no sense. It's like it never happened, dude. That's what bothers me. It's what I hear here didn't happen. And I'm snoring. I'm in the back of that truck snoring, sleeping through this stuff because I'm exhausted.
Now, what was that noise?
That was me snoring. That's what I'm saying. I was snoring.
It was a growl.
Yeah, well, like I was saying, there is some EVP stuff in there because I'm like, dude, I hear stuff, but I'm not good at that. I haven't done much of EVP stuff. So here's daylight, and it says it's still going on. If I play it, you can still hear it, but during daylight, it's still going on that morning. And then we had, this was my little sonic ear, and they ring that thing, ding. I mean, the total ring is on it, dings, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 over 8 hours.
Yeah.
But they actually were hitting it with rocks, dude, And so that was my little sonic ear that was out there. But, and then the next morning, there's the next morning. I get out. I'm excited because I'm going to prove. Oh, we got that line now.
I mean, okay.
There's a caterpillar, which I don't care. Still
Where'd you go to stop?
spread apart,
I got mad at nothing. This is the next morning.
What? Let's take a look at this video right here. This part. So I get out in the morning.
I'm mad.
Sounds like worm shit.
I'll remove the words here in a minute. But they should have been rocks on the windshield arms. There's not one single rock. And I couldn't figure out where they were hitting me from. How far off were they throwing? I got 7 hours of nonstop rocks. That never happened.
And he got all them drops, and I get nothing. He gets drops of water, and I get just a flush of water. I don't know.
Well, yeah, he got nothing on. He got nothing on his.
He got nothing.
And the sonic ear, I could hear it in the camper, and I'm in the recording. I'm like, oop! I heard him hit the sonic ear. I could hear it while I was in there. I heard him hitting it.
I even heard it a couple of times from where
Now
I was.
his camper got smacked a couple of times. That's the one that we also had at Coker Creek. This camper, he's got the emergency lights on the side. You got to flip on the lights, and I'll just show you this one little. I'll pick up this one little. It's like worm dirt, literally worm droppings, right here. Watch it smash like pollen. See, look at that. This smashes like pollen. And yeah, that was last week up in Kentucky. And I think that's it on that video. Yeah, that's it. Phew. I even covered the rocks in Kentucky. So cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Blow my mind. I couldn't tell you. It's, unexplained stuff. You know how that is. I think the slit eyes help them see the world differently. I think they
kind of like
the cats go away for about a week or two and report to their ET masters what you've been doing, and then they come back home. Just kidding, guys.
Cats are ET slaves.
They're elves on a shelf.
Exactly. Well, thank you very much, guys, for having us. We did run 3 hours. We did it.
We did it.
Yeah, we did it. We covered all those topics too, and hit them all hard. And it was kind of good just to we haven't talked about the giant. We'll talk about George Giant sometime. We'll tell you some stuff about George too. That should blow your mind. And we ain't talked about Scorpion King from Revelations. We know Scorpion King. We can tell you stories about that. We got some fun stories, man.
We got some crazy stories. It's just a bunch of visions I get.
And it's good to talk with you guys because you guys are open minded and say, well, they're crazy like us. So cool. Let's go.
Yeah. I'm good with it. I love it.
We're crazy.
Yes.
All right. Good deal.
We've been called devil worshippers. We've been called every name in the book.
That's us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was us. We're like, man, we don't want to deal with nothing with the devil.
We
no.
99.8% is not of the devil.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
I don't know. That's a different subject, but
It is a lot.
we really appreciate you guys coming on.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you for listening to the show every time it's on. I mean, you're there every time it's on. We
You get I follow. I'm subscribed to like 500 people. You guys are always when I sit down, so that I follow. My guide is whatever's on my TV. And some or another, I'm on time with you guys. I have no idea. I'm like, really? And you're one of my favorite shows because you're good heart people.
Yeah.
And you might have, one person, 2 people in the chat. I'm like, cool. Because I want to tune in with a good hearted people. I want good hearted stories. I want real people talking, and you get real people, and Jesus. So, we're excited to keep, I'm glad I catch you guys. Cause like I said, we ain't doing nothing on purpose. I'm not a stalker, man. I don't follow you guys on purpose. It's just you guys are there every time I turn on.
Your biggest fan.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I might have 6 lives I can watch, and they'll be like, dude, no, I'm looking for the people with heart. I'm looking for the real people. I am about done. I'm about done with the shows. I want real people.
It's
real
good
talk.
for us that we finally got a face to TKB.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the weird dude in the chat room going, hey man, there's a fountain of youth down there, and you guys are like this dude is talking about a fountain of youth in our backyard.
Yeah.
This dude. Where's he coming from?
It's like, man, he needs to get on the show.
That's what you're like. You're like,
That's
I think that was it.
You're awesome.
All right, TK, it's time for you to ante up, dude. You talk a lot in the chat. Let's see if you can hold it here.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll do it. Let's
You're
go.
saying in the chat, I know you can do a 2-hour show, so come on.
Right.
And we did 3 hours and didn't cover it all.
I know.
No, we just thought we
Right.
just kind of we threw that rock across that lake and just spec. And since you guys are open minded, man, we'll come back and we'll lay down some more stuff because I mean we appreciate, like I said, I appreciate you guys because I mean we don't have a lot of places. We found that certain people we can talk openly and not feel, not feel
Hopefully
bad
we can get together and do something.
Yeah,
Yeah, y'all
that'd
so
be
It'll be real
close.
fun.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're in the same little quadrant down here that is got so much going on.
I thought we were like going on to y'all's show by going to y'all's place and doing the show
Yeah,
there.
I thought
I remember
about it. I
Flat
was like,
Topic going
well, that's
on.
what I told him.
That's
I
cool.
wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I'm like, dude, they're so close. We might just run
You
over
could have
there.
you could have come into the. I've
Could have come in.
David's got a studio and
Right.
I'm at home too with a studio, so we
Yeah.
used to do it together.
Right, and
But
that's
we
what I was
could-
timing.
We could
was-
make it happen anytime if y'all want to come down.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Absolutely.
And like I said, that'd be timing because I was like,
That was
if it went so hot and stuff, we might have been down there about this time period. I said, let's just go because that's what I was thinking last time. If I'm down in Cocoa Creek, I'm just going. Hey, where you guys at? I'll be there in person.
I
Yeah,
tell you, we
change.
got Eddie in the chat room now. He just joined us, and we need to take you guys to Legends and Lore Pizzeria. He owns it.
Oh, okay,
Pizzeria.
cool.
Oh wow!
is.
Oh wow!
You like
Yeah, the
pizza?
place-
This
Oh,
is
yeah.
something
Oh, yeah.
totally different. I mean,
Ooh, I
he's got
love
the
pizza.
best pizza in Monroe
It's got the
County.
best pizza, but it's also the best place because it's full of paranormal stuff. So it's Bigfoot.
Bigfoot,
Ooh, you get
everything.
everything, pizza and paranormal.
Oh,
PNP.
Yeah, he's
And all the
actually
pizza's names are after paranormal stuff too.
Oh,
So
that is cool. And where's that down in
Oh,
Monroe? You said
Madisonville.
Madisonville. Okay.
That's,
All
okay.
right. Cool.
Jeez.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go down there before we can get together, stop by. Look it up and stop by Legends and Lore because he's a great guy, man.
Okay.
His wife, Susan,
Right.
they
got
love
stories for days too.
Bigfoot and the paranormal.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
if you like hearing stories, he's got some good stories too.
Okay. Cool.
Oh
Cool.
yeah.
cool.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
All
stories always collide with some other things going on. So
Yes.
I'm always in for that
Yes.
with pizza.
Yes. Full belly and stories. Come on now.
You wouldn't believe
That's
the
it's a full
wings
win.
and the pizza. Oh my God, it's just delicious.
Sounds good.
Amazing.
He's
Instead
got
of
a
like
pizza
you
pizza.
go to those places and you get those little bitty chicken wings and stuff. No, you get big chicken
These are
wings.
steroid wings.
All
Yeah.
right.
Oh yeah.
Kicking the
Fully
wings.
prompt up. I'm ready.
Yeah, you get an order of those, you're like, holy smokes, these are big wings.
Right.
Heck
All right.
yeah.
Cool.
Heck yeah.
I can't
All
believe you're just in Carnes though. I mean,
Yeah.
I thought you was in Kentucky for some reason.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
just, one day
We're just up there.
I got tired. I get censored everywhere. So I was on Facebook or whatever. And I was on YouTube, making a channel. And, I was like, you can't have that name. Can't have that name. And I was like, I just took the freaking full Monty, man. Tennessee, Kentucky, Bigfoot. I'll take the whole freaking thing. It says available. I said, it's mine.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, dude, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what we investigate. If I could put Georgia in there, I'd put Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky.
When we
Bigfoot.
first
Yeah, that's what we
started, we
investigate.
were like Project Dark Corona was our name, and we done a lot of conspiracy shows, and we got banned from that. They shut us down completely off Facebook. Even
Oh,
moderators
Facebook. Dang,
lost their accounts
Right.
Whoa.
because we said one letter in the alphabet.
Yes.
No joke.
And it was Q. I don't know if you know anything about Q, but that's
Oh,
what,
yeah. I know
Yeah.
about you.
Yeah, I know. We know around that time period. Yeah, you can't say much of nothing.
right. I mean,
Jason.
everybody's thing got wiped out.
Jason, you have done it.
I know
Done it
we might
now.
get shut
Oh.
down on Facebook, but all right.
You're done. Done.
You done it now, man. We're not gonna make it.
Oh my goodness.
Matthew, we're not gonna make it.
We ain't gonna make it.
That was so funny. Guys, we really appreciate it.
Hey, we appreciate you guys
We
too.
appreciate
And,
y'all.
Yeah. Y'all
Y'all
have a
are
good night.
rock stars.
and we're gonna go get
No,
the.
you guys are the rock
You
stars.
guys are.
You
Yeah.
are doing a lot of stuff out there. We're sitting behind the computer most of the time. I mean, we get out every once in a while, but we're trying to get out more.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
understand.
we know
that.
how that feels.
Well,
we,
long as,
we try to get out there too.
Appreciate your good hearts, and thanks guys
know.
for doing a great job, and then we'll definitely pack up some more stuff for you guys, and it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. We look forward to it.
Yeah. Thank you. Do you want to give out anything, your information, or do you want to
yeah.
stay?
Yeah, send 1995 to my no, I'm just kidding. Tennessee, Kentucky Bigfoot.
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
TKB only fan.
TKB OnlyFans.
Yeah.
We can watch. We can have Matthew climbing trees in his underwear.
See
For an
Jim
extra
Beardless.
$19.
See Jim Beardless.
Exactly.
That's right.
I want to show you. We'll show you the episode where we tie Matthew to a tree and put shaving cream on just to see what happens that night.
We capture.
Pay extra for that one though.
We catch Sassy Squatch.
Yeah,
Here she
Sassy
is.
Squatch is coming along.
Oh my goodness.
Lord.
All right,
Okay, I'm gonna hit this leave studio so you guys can close down the show. I know it's late.
All right, man.
Appreciate you guys. We
Keep
will.
in touch, and definitely we want to do something with y'all if you ever can.
Yeah,
can
that sounds great, man.
schedule it up.
We're cruising, so we'll find something to get into together.
Okay.
Yes.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Jason,
good.
David.
Thank you,
Appreciate you
man.
guys.
Thank you. Y'all have a good
Thanks,
night.
Matt.
Thank
Thanks,
y'all.
Jim.
Thank you.
What a show.
That was
These guys
amazing.
are awesome.
3 hours.
Yeah, I mean, and we didn't even.
Yeah.
I'm glad we got to the part of the Sweetwater
Oh yeah, where there was talking
Lost Sea.
about
Yeah.
the Lost Sea. Yeah. Yeah.
So they think it's a fountain of youth. The algae. That is amazing, and that's why they call it Sweetwater.
I think
Weird.
it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing. That was a good show.
It was. It's one of our better guests that has a lot of info.
Yeah.
Definitely want to hook up with them.
Yes. I want to say thanks, everybody. And remember, you connect with us at paranormal411.org. Follow us on Facebook and YouTube for all the latest updates. Join us live every Wednesday from 7 to 8 p.m. Saturdays from 8 to 10 p.m. This is all Eastern time. Catch us on Subspace Radio on all major podcast platforms. Remember, we do have 3 books out. East Tennessee Hauntings and Lore Edition 2, A Comprehensive Guide to Paranormal Investigations, and The Haunted Ledger. These are all available on Amazon or directly through paranormal411.org. Join us.
Join us. This Wednesday, we're not going to have a show. We're going to take the night off. I've got some mowing to do.
As long as it don't come some more torrential downpours.
I know. This is what's killing me. All this rain is killing me with the mowing.
No, it's the same here.
But thanks, Jason. We're glad you joined us. Eddie, you can go back and watch the whole thing. It's a really good show. I
Yes,
hope
it
you
is.
enjoy it. We had fun. Steve Saban.
Daryl,
Yes.
Maria Shell.
Daryl.
Michelle was on here. David was on here. Laura was on here.
Susie Warren.
Yeah. Susan was on here. Barbara. A lot of people.
Steven.
Misty.
Arcane Discoveries.
Yep.
We had a great time.
Great time. A lot of awesome people. And
Really down to earth guys. I love them.
and I want to show you one last time before we're over so you could actually see the shirt. See, look at that.
Guys, I thought he was wearing a suit when I first seen him. That would be an awesome suit, though, wouldn't it?
It probably would be.
I need
That's
one.
good.
You got 5X in that, Misty? Is that her name, Misty?
Misty.
5X for Jason. I'll take one.
It's kind of neat, isn't it?
Yeah, I like it. I like those style too, the button up.
Something
Hey
neat.
guys, thank you for joining us. We're going to see you next Saturday. We're going to have a guest on. Let me tell you who it'll be because you will love it.
Yes.
It'll be Mr. Jamie Nix.
Mm-hmm. We had to put him off or something happened. And so he's coming on this coming Saturday.
Yeah, I had a ball game to go to, and we swapped days, and he's coming this next Saturday, and
He's going to be in studio
with David at his house, and I'm going to be sitting here with my bottomless cup. Now, Jamie, he's an avid hunter, and he helped us do the documentary. We really appreciate that so much because he had a lot of experiences with the coochie booger. So we'll probably be talking about the coochie booger and some of his hunting things. So
Piney Life is his channel.
Yeah, Piney Life on YouTube. You can look him up and get to know him before he comes on the show. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching.
Thanks, everybody.
We'll see you Saturday.
See you next Saturday.
Have you ever wondered what lurks in the shadows? What secrets the night hides? What strange phenomena might be happening just beyond your perception? Join us as we journey into the world of the paranormal, exploring everything from ghosts and UFOs to cryptids and unexplained occurrences. From haunted houses to all things paranormal, join us in the search for the truth behind the veil. Welcome to Paranormal 411.